Welcome, foolish mortals, to a good little review video. We're going to have a couple guests on here in a little while. If anybody wants to join, I'm going to put the link in. Oh, no, wait, that's my Twitch thing again. I actually need to get that. While you're here, please do go and subscribe to my Twitch account. I have 22 followers. I need another 30 in order to pass my first hurdle. And there we go. So anybody who wants to come on who's played Diablo and would like to talk about it, come on. We're here. Super John, Super Awesome Geek Show John will be here shortly. Possibly Chip from White Shadow and Salacious Rum from the Salacious Rum channel. So we'll see who pops on. I know it's the middle of the day on a work day, but hey, Rolando, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day, even though it is a work day. It's Wednesday, so it's hump day for everybody who has jobs. I don't have a job, so every day is a weekend day for me. And I'm finding that I'm actually enjoying it, not dealing with humans, not getting upset about things. I'm finally reverting back to my old self. Once I get back in April from Kansas, I'm going to start looking for a job. I've got a couple feelers out, a couple pretty much, yeah, you can come work any times. So it shouldn't take me long to get a job, but I need something to get out of the house at least a couple days a week. I don't necessarily need a full-time job, but because most of my bills are now paid off, but that's not what we're here for. Mikey, you have seen the glorious news that this Sunday will be the return of the Lego studs on Salacious Rum's channel. It'll be, I believe it's at 8 o'clock Sunday morning Mountain Time. Pretty sure everybody's welcome. If you got a Lego set to build, I have several of them back here that I've been stacking up. And Super John sent me a couple things. I've got a couple other things laying around here that I need to get done. So can't wait to get to that. Today's video is mostly going to be talking about Diablo 4, and its first beta test was this last Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And apart from Friday, it went very smoothly, I think. Friday, of course, everybody was trying to get on, and so you just had horrible wait times. And I mean, you'd get kicked off and have to wait an hour to an hour and a half. And it happened to us a lot. If you go back onto my Twitch videos, you'll see how often I got kicked off. It didn't happen as often to Super John, but it did happen to Tunnel Rat. I've got a container for my Galactic Explorer that I want to put together probably Saturday so I can show you guys on Sunday. If it comes out nice, it'll look really good. So that was the major stumbling point on Friday. I also think there's some sort of issue between PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 as far as when you're in a group. Almost every single time I try to transport to where they were, I would get disconnected. And it would take, like I said, up to an hour or something to get back on. But then Saturday and Sunday and Monday, it wasn't so bad. You still had to get back on, but it only took a couple minutes this time. So it wasn't so bad. Now, another thing that was annoying is that once you got back in, you had to go back into social, back into chat, turn the chat back on, then go back out, then rejoin the group. I don't necessarily want a button that lets me have clan chat on all the time, but It would be nice to have something where it would pop up. Do you want to reconnect, or do you want to connect to the chat clan? Something like that would be nice. If Super John and stuff don't get here, I'm going to run out of stuff to talk about. But the graphics are incredible. The game is pretty much the same as part 3. Oh, and here we have royalty now. Gee, Salacious Rom.
Hey, can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you. Welcome.
We're back.
Yay!
Ghosty.
I like your new Christmas outfit.
Do you know we're behind? Well, yes, we're still rocking the Christmas outfit. We have got another outfit, as you well know, which we're catching up on our videos now, Ghosty. So there's going to be a whole slew of Salacious Run videos coming out, and in one of them, Salacious is adorning a new outfit. So we've got that to look forward to.
British people eating German treats today. I'm gonna put that in a queue to watch later.
Do you know sometimes when you film a video, I don't know what it is. I can never get the iPhone settings right. So the audio's fine, but the resolution's terrible. So I apologise in advance, but thank you, Sonny. And it was it was quite funny. Old Shane Blades on form and Earth Mums enjoyed it. So thank you to Sonny.
That's good, dude. I'm looking forward to seeing both of them again.
It's good to see you, Ghosty. I've missed you. I saw you. I saw you message. I got come on. Can't leave you hanging. I missed you.
Well, I know you played Diablo IV. What'd you think?
We liked it. It's obviously a step up on the graphics. I think the character models are slightly bigger and more animated. The cutscenes were very good. And as always with those Diablo games, the music is on point, like really atmospheric. But we didn't play as much as you guys. We did a little bit, and very much looking forward to doing the whole campaign, really, and you know, from start to finish. So yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, this Friday they're adding the Druid and the Necromancer in.
Oh, cool.
So I'll be back on. Yeah, I played for like 15 hours Sunday or Saturday. Well, I don't know. I kept trying to get off, and then somebody else would come on. And I was like, I'll hang out for another hour or so.
Well, that's one of the best bits about the game, I think, is the social bit. Like, it's like multiplayer is the way forward, and you can get 5 in a group, I think, on Diablo or 4. So, yeah, they should make more massively multiplayer games, I think, where you can get 5 or 6 in. That would be ideal.
Yeah, I definitely think that they're pushing the game. I think they're pushing it closer to Warcraft as far as forcing, not necessarily forcing you, but asking you to get a clan together and do stuff together as a group.
Yeah,
and that kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's cool, and I like is it what's her name? Lilith. Lilith. She's a
does it for
she'd be a handful, wouldn't she?
Well, there are horns to hang on to, so
yeah. You old dog. Well,
Orlando, as always, there with everybody's thing.
Well, I've never played Warcraft.
Don't.
No,
you wouldn't get out of it.
I
would normally play for 8 or more hours every time we sat down, and then if we were doing something as a group, it could be we'd spend most of a Saturday, or oddly, we'd pick up our sets, our computer, our tower, whatever, and take it to somebody else's house and sit around on a big table as if we were playing Dungeons and Dragons, but actually sitting there with our monitors playing.
See, I want that. I want to play. I've always been a secret nerd, whereas my friends have been quite like jocks. So I had to hide my nerdiness. I always wanted to play like tabletop games, but I never could.
Mm.
So I actually want to play like the tabletop Warcraft, or even like Star Wars Legion, or one of those games. Um,
In high school,
but
we played. That was when the Star Wars role playing game came out from West End Games.
oh yeah,
We would play that at lunch all the time, and we had a great time with it for a couple of years, and then it just I got tired of being dungeon master, and so I wanted to play, but nobody else wanted to learn how to the game work.
when the NEC Toy Fair, which is one of the largest toy shows in the UK, in our National Exhibition Centre over here in England, when you go there, they're selling toys in one hall, and in another hall, it's just all people playing Warcraft. And yeah, I'm always like casting an eye over, going, "Oh, what are they doing? How do you do it?"
Yeah, some of the early cons I went to would be like that. They'd have a room that was almost as big as the dealer's room, just with tables. And sometimes they provided the games and they would just sit there. They'd wait for people to come and play. And they play everything from Monopoly all the way up through Starfleet battles and
Cool.
all that. It was fun.
I happen to be the Monopoly champion, by the way. I don't know if you know, Mr. Ghost, but I'm the Monopoly
I
champion.
haven't seen the T-shirt yet, so I don't believe it.
I beat Super Awesome John and the Tunnel Rat on online Monopoly. I beat him 3 times in a row.
They're
So
you kind of they can't cheat that way.
they tried.
Yeah,
Tunnel starts using his algorithms, doesn't he?
yeah.
He starts,
Hey,
starts
Captain
trying to.
Spaulding, how you doing?
Mr. Spaulding. Hello. Yeah, you got to keep an eye on that tunnel. You got to keep an eye on that tunnel. He comes across all like nice and but you know, but he's steely beneath that. He's
Yeah,
steely. You don't like
yeah.
to lose. You don't like to lose.
Well, no one likes to lose, but I rarely ever lose at several games, and I recently started deliberately losing just to make other people happy.
Well, you have them weird like made up games in the United America States, don't you? Like what's that one? You
Eggplant
know,
Battle,
Geopoldry,
Eggplant Battle Royale,
Geopoldry,
Geopoldries,
Geopoldry, Ge-
game of answers but not questions.
Ge- Ge- Jeopardy, Jeopardy,
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy, Jeopardy. You have them weird funny games, don't you, over there in the America States of United?
Yeah,
So if it was you and me, Ghosty, Mano Monkey, there's a Monopoly 1-on-1. Look, I do love you, but I'm sorry. There's only one champion.
wow.
You know.
I know. I would probably be kind to you and only destroy you in a half hour.
Well, you have to get past my hotels, don't you? My monkeys at hotels.
I didn't know monkey lizards were able to own hotels because I've
Don't
always seen
you?
living in trees.
I've got a full. Well, I've got a chain. I've got a chain of hotels.
I know it's usually connected to Java. Ah,
Funny, funny.
so anyway, back to the game which we were talking about. I really do think they're pushing it towards Warcraft. I'm hoping that um, John got a horse, which
uh,
was sweet. It was
uh,
a drop off a world boss, but he can't use it yet.
Does now when we move over from the beta to the alpha, will he get to keep his horse though?
I don't know. We don't know if we're allowed to keep our characters or not. I would assume not.
I don't think so. No, I don't
But
think so.
I know that because we're playing the beta, we get some sort of pet for free.
Right.
So I
I,
don't know. Somebody said it was a wolf.
I want the golems back. I miss my little golem man from Diablo 3, my little herpes golem man.
Yeah,
Where are they gone?
I miss my scary teddy bear.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That little zombie girl that followed me around.
Zombie girl. Yeah, that's right, zombie girl.
But I don't mind if I have to get some of that stuff back. But like all I'm going to be doing is playing this necromancer. That's all I'm going to be doing starting Friday. As soon as it gets online, I'll be there, and I'll
Yeah.
be playing him. I like casters. In fact, I started playing a rogue, and I actually started playing it as a caster, and leveled up pretty quickly. But I'm not.
What
I'm very much a ranged weapon person.
what level are you on now? What level are you up to?
Well, he got to level my wizard is at 25, and that's as high as you
Wow.
can go.
Okay.
And then my rogue got to 16 that night.
Right.
We only played for like 2 or 3 hours, but I mean, we gained levels quickly because we knew where to go and what to do.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as much wandering as it was before.
I didn't get to beat the world event thing. The big one-eyed, you know,
Oh yeah,
um, lady purse.
we only ran into that accidentally. We were doing stuff, and I just happened to look at the map, and it basically said starting in 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So we had to hurry up and run up there. And we just got there, and then it didn't launch on time. It was like a half hour later, and then it launched. But I really didn't get anything great off it. I didn't, you know. But then the castle boss, that was where John got his horse, and we got some good gear. But
Yeah. So overall, yeah, I do like. It's funny because it was you guys that introduced me to the third one. I'd never played Diablo before, in honesty, and I dig the third one. I think I'm up to about maybe 66% of the trophies now on the third one. So still some bits of that campaign I haven't done. But given that we're all going to be starting from zero with this new one, I do want to try and I'll get as many of the trophies as I can. I think so.
yeah,
I am a sucker for that trophy thing. I quite
well,
like.
they haven't started issuing trophies in the beta, so that'll be something we had to see what they're doing. But they do tell you like you've opened up seven of 77 parts of the map. You've gotten this many dungeons done out of 25, that kind of stuff. So that is easy to track, which is nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
But I love dungeon crawlers, and so that like Gauntlet used to be,
Yeah.
and then there's another one coming out. I can't remember. There's a new one that I really like,
I've
but I
got the
haven't
wrong
played.
microphone on. I thought I had the wrong microphone on. All right. See, this might sound suddenly better. Have to let me. Does this sound better now?
Yeah, yeah, you're not as it wasn't like you were echoey or anything. You're just kind of like you were holding something over your mouth.
He had the wrong microphone on, didn't he, old Bob? Bloody Bob.
Oh,
God, bloody Bob.
why do you trust him to plug in stuff?
He's useless. Absolutely bloody useless, aren't you, Bob? He's always plugging the wrong thing in the wrong hole. You can never find the right hole. It's always
like my dad said, if it doesn't fit in one hole, find when it does and then push harder.
Bob's saying is any hole is a goal.
True.
Yeah. That's average Bob. That's to get it when he can. To be honest.
The interesting thing about the game is Monday they cranked up the mobs to like 11.
Oh.
So you could walk pretty far in between mobs, like on a road or something. On Monday, they were everywhere, and they were like groups of 10, and they were relentless in chasing you, which was fun because then you get like 30 or 40 of them on a screen and then turn around and like, all right, fine. You want to die, you can die. Are we having tea?
Bob's drinking. So what are you drinking, Bob? Just some iced tea. The old Harry Brompton's.
Okay.
Nice. Bit of iced tea.
I also have sweet iced tea.
Oh. Oh, very good. Very good. Yeah, it's addictive iced tea, isn't it? You can just keep drinking it because it's not fizzy. It's just it's so refreshing.
Yeah.
But sugary.
Yeah, I dilute mine a little bit.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't have as much sugar in it because I can go through a gallon of it in a couple of days if I'm not careful.
And do you get acid? Do you get do you get indigestion or acid? A bit of acid?
No, not for me. Tomatoes.
I do. I get acid, like acid reflux quite a bit. So annoying. Horrible. He's horrible to kiss, Ghosty. Don't ever kiss Bob. He's horrible.
I'll
Horrible.
remember that when I get
Horrible.
over there.
Don't kiss him. Don't kiss him.
But the other thing I don't like about the game is did you go up and get into your wardrobe and your chest where you can put everything?
No, didn't do that. No.
In the main city, just to the right, to the left of the port.
Okay.
And it's got spots for 50 things. And then it's 100,000 gold to buy a second, 200,000 to buy a third. But it's not very intuitive. You have to really, you can't just start dumping in it, and then once bag one's full, it moves to bag 2 and starts filling on its own. You actually have to move over, then go back, and you have to. It's kind of a pain. I wish it was easier, more set up like Warcraft, where it would just instantly start filling your bags until it got.
I must admit, I do get a little bit lost with all of the stuff you have to do, like the salvaging and the repairing and the armor. That's
John.
Yeah, him and Tunnel are they're in their element with that, aren't they?
They are. And I wish John was here to talk about it. Maybe he'll pop in here in a little while. I think he forgot we were starting at noon. But yeah, he's already into that.
Yeah,
he's doing that on characters he's not even going to be able to play later.
Do you know? I with a new game, it takes me ages to understand the UI, like to work out like where things are and what's I struggle to just work out what you got to do. Whereas John's straight in there. Like, maybe I'm just not used to these kind of RPG games as much, where you've got a load of side stuff to do.
Yeah, and see, he's played a ton of Warcraft and he's played a lot of Star Wars, where that's part of the game.
Yeah,
disassembling, reassembling, figuring out what stuff to put on your coat to make it better, that kind of stuff.
Hello there, Mr. Cool. Collecting
cool. That part of the game I get bored with. Auto loot would be wonderful.
Well, yeah, that would be good. When you get a golem, he auto picks up your gold.
He picks up your gold for you, and but they don't pick up stuff.
No,
I would almost like an auto loot, because I just pick up everything and then I look at it later and dump what I don't want.
Gotta have your stuff. I don't like it when you can't carry any more stuff. You got too much stuff. You have to start dropping stuff. I want to carry more stuff. I need stuff.
Hey, Gap, what's up?
Gap. What are you doing, Gap? What are you doing?
But yeah, there was very, very few things I disliked in the game. It really is a lot of fun. If you know how to play part 3, you pretty much know how to play part 4.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to be playing the Druid because our group did need a healer, and that's one thing you just don't have. Oh wow, man! Thank you, dude.
Oh, cool. He's a nice guy, isn't he? Cool. I like Cool. Guy. He's a super nice guy. He's been messaging me. Oh, cool. He's a good. Go. Good. Cool. It's cool. Going to a cool. Going to a cool. Do you know what's cool about Cool? It's Cool has even got a cool name.
That is true.
Like
he's right on brand.
Yeah, he's like his name is like one of the coolest wrestlers. So he is proper cool. He's cool.
Oh, see, cool. That's why I think Rolando. I think that's why people are going to be have a lot of druids, because from what little I've seen of the pre-builds for it, it's going to be a pretty strong character, and that's the problem with a lot of priests and stuff, is they're not very powerful, so they're hard to play alone. Where I think this druid is going to be, that's why paladins work so well, because paladins, they can fight pretty well and be healers later if they need to be. But I think this druid's going to be a good combination character.
When Bob was younger, Ghosty, he used to play football, and there was a time where there was a young lady that worked for the team, and she was in charge of the soapy bucket and the sponge. So she would run on and give you a bit of a soaky sponge if you had a sore leg. So everyone used to like jump on the floor and feign injury. Bob was always on the floor.
No,
I'm injured. Bring me the sponge. I need my leg. I need a sponge.
We had something like that as well. Our trainer's assistant was a very lovely looking lady.
Special lady friend.
Yeah. Well, we're high schoolers and we're 17, 18. She was 21.
Ooh.
So, it was pretty good.
Ooh. What's that you got behind you, though? What's that white thing you got behind you? That white thing.
That's Roger.
Roger! What's it? You sent me
reorganizing.
You sent me a Roger Rabbit figure.
Huh?
You sent me a Roger Rabbit figure. It's the first one I got.
Yeah.
Thank you. I like him. I like him. I like him. I like that. I like Jessica Rabbit. Jessica Rabbit.
All right, later, cool. Thanks for dropping in.
All right, cool.
If you guys haven't already, please drop by my Twitch and either leave a comment or, at least follow, please. I have 22 followers now.
Oh.
Hey, halfway there.
Oh.
I think the gameplay is really good, Gap. It's not clunky at all. If you like the way Diablo 3 plays, you'll like the way Diablo 4 plays. They actually you can now climb down like ladders and jump over chasms and things.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a good way to get away from stuff if you're being chased.
Yeah.
Because it can't. So it's nice. You can slide down hills. Only certain places, though. So it's not like a completely free world yet. But I think the gameplay is easy. When you're in groups, I would say that the only thing that would be nice is if you could target something. So you could click on, you could, I don't know how it would work. On Warcraft, you're playing on a computer, so it's easy to mouse over, tag what you want everybody to attack, and go attack it. In this game, it'd be nice if you could tell everybody what to do. Very nice. Because when you're in a group, it gets, there's so many add-ons coming constantly. I think people are going to get a little better at it, but we need to get back into our Warcraft mode of, okay, stand back and take some add-ons. I'm going to tank this thing as the barbarian. You're the druid. You need to be watching our health and healing us, that kind of thing. But I don't know how that will work because you can't target people. So I don't know how a druid will actually be able to help the group.
Don't do a Bob and Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah. That's called, that's Super John. Super John just runs ahead. Me and Chip are running back and everything's chasing us and we're getting attacked. And John's like, where are you guys? We're the ones dying behind you. Come help us. What up, Duff Man?
Duff man.
But yeah, so me and Chip got a little frustrated the other night. And
fish and chips.
We were having a good time, but still, would you just stay near us for a second? You can see us on the map. If we're so far off the map that you can't see us anymore, come back. We're in trouble. But I think everybody's gotten used to playing solo for so long. People have forgotten, how to group up and how grouping actually should work.
Yeah.
But I do like that you can still leave whatever dungeon you're doing, go back to the city, dump all the stuff you don't need, and come back. Because that happens quite a lot because your bag fills up so fast.
Duffman, I've missed you. I've missed you too. I've missed everyone. I've been hibernating, catching up with my beauty sleep. And I'm back. I'm coming back. I'm back
It
now.
works. You really do look about 2 years younger.
Oh, thank you. I thought so. All the special lady friends are giving me lots of attention. So, yeah. Well, when you're an international man of mystery like me, like a lover, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
True.
You
What are we gonna do?
Got to take a break and let the ladies,
Yeah.
pamper you.
I know. It's true.
So I'm really looking forward to Friday. I'm looking forward to. I'll probably start a druid, but that won't be till Monday because I do like playing my necromancer, and depending on how quickly I get to level 25.
Do you know? I wish there was a Star Wars multiplayer like that. I know we've got Jedi Fallen Order coming out, but you can't play multiplayer on that, and that's such a good game. And those worlds are cool. I wish we had a Star Wars one.
Well, there's supposedly one coming, but I mean, we've said that for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
And we tried playing in fact, I got to go stop my subscription to that Star Wars one.
Old Republic, I just can't stream it. I need a better PC. I can't seem to stream
my
it.
PC is on the last legs. I've got to get a new one. Then I'm going to talk to somebody who's really into twitching and stuff and get a setup so that I can do that with either my computer or my PlayStation.
Yeah.
So, because I've really enjoyed, I watch several people on Twitch and I really enjoy watching them play. Nobody watches me, but that's because I'm playing Diablo, and it's not a very streamable game because it doesn't have a consistent storyline.
Yeah.
Like most people at the moment are now playing Left Behind again, or they're playing Stray, or they're playing, something, or people really like everybody watching Fall Guys and, that and Fortnite. But I am horrible at Fortnite. Absolutely horrible.
Yeah, I need a new game. I've got a stack of games here that I haven't played yet. Yeah, I've got a stack of these like choice games, like I used to play back in the day. Like all these Life is Strange ones I've not played. Yeah, I don't know. Need a multiplayer one. Need a multiplayer. This Battlefield is free, I don't know if that's any good. It might just be a bit like Battlefront. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm horrible at those shooting games. I don't know why.
I'm not great.
Okay at Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah,
but not the real world ones. I'm just horrible at. I don't know why I can't play those properly.
Well, I know what you mean. It's because I think some people are just play it all the time. Like they get really good at it, so you just get massacred really easily.
Yeah.
So I'm the same, to be honest.
That's why on Warcraft I never play PvP either.
Yeah.
Because I would be doing something like, I'm on a quest, damn it, I need to, and then I'd be killed, and I wouldn't even see who killed me.
Right.
But I love playing in groups. I just don't like playing against other players a lot. But I was going to get Brandon's playing Hogwarts.
Oh, and yeah. Is that multiplayer?
But I don't think it's multiplayer, but it's a PS5 only game.
Yeah. It's getting good reviews.
PS5. Yeah, he's really enjoyed it. He said it's a lot of fun.
Is he streaming that on his Chili?
I don't think so. I haven't seen any videos pop up of it.
No.
I don't know. There's, a lot of people are afraid to stream that game. So
yeah,
it's stupid.
Yeah.
But, you live in the world where one little thing causes,
Yeah. Ghost and a monkey lizard walk into the bar, and the special lady friends of the bar come to greet them and welcome them into their warm tavern for a flagon of cider and a night of debauchery. Let the fun begin.
All at buffet prices. That's not too bad.
I hereby reenact the law of prima noctra.
That's fine. I'm fine just going into a bar. I'll sit and drink in the corner with rum, and we'll laugh at people.
That was my punchline. Good. I thought it was good.
Rick, at some point I'll get together. I've got to get an order in for some of the newer pins I haven't gotten.
What's he? I'm waiting for him to release the Salacious Rum pin. To be honest.
Well, he had that one that was that came with the Jabba diorama.
Got that one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. He needs to do a Salacious Rum one, and he needs to do we need a blue monkey lizard. So he needs to do pretty yum, I think. But yeah, Salacious Rum one would be a big seller, I reckon. Could be his biggest seller yet.
I would definitely make 100 of them.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'd have them everywhere. Everywhere you go, there'd be a Salacious Rum pin.
So, are you going to Celebration?
I am going to Celebration. We're there every day. So let me know if there's any exclusives that you're after, Ghosty, because I'm literally there every single day, and we've bagged the hotel next door to like literally 10 yards away from the entrance. So nice. I'm driving there as well. So I've got no hassle getting stuff. So fill my car. So if there's anything that you're after, let me know, and I'll happily pick it up for you. So yeah,
there's adding people like mad to our cons over here. I mean, in Nashville in May, like almost half the cast of Rebels is going to be there now. The Emperors is going to be there. There's like 4 or 5 other Star Wars people. It's so far it's a lot of Star Wars people.
Are you going to that Joe Fest one? That's a lot of people seem to be going to.
No, if I hadn't just gotten back from Universal, I would.
Yeah.
But I can't really spend another, $1,000 or so. I'm unemployed, so I can't really. I need to.
Yeah, you can
watch what I'm spending money on, and the trips I have coming, I already have paid for.
Right.
So I don't have to worry about that. But they've added Hayden Christensen to Denver Fan Expo.
Well,
so definitely get his autograph.
I'm not sure how I feel about spending 400 quid getting an autograph. I don't mind. Maybe I'm just tight. I don't know.
That much?
Well, Hayden's like 350 quid. Ewan's the most.
$150 here.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's expensive over here. Ewan's like 300 and something quid, 400 quid.
Wow.
Yeah, for me,
if you think about it, even if the Lucasfilm or whatever takes a cut, you're still going to make $500,000 in like 2 days.
Yeah. I don't know how
at that rate, £500,000.
I don't know how I feel about the whole paying for autograph thing.
There's some I have to, like Hayden. I'm never going to wander and meet Hayden.
Yeah. But you write to all of their agents and stuff, don't you? Which is cool. I think.
Hayden, I wrote to almost 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I haven't gotten a response. And I sent another one. Same to Ewan. Some of the bigger people don't return stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten anything in quite a while. And some people I got one not too long ago. I don't remember who it was from. And she was like, well, I had changed agencies and the old agency just gave me this. Apparently you sent this like 2 years ago. Sorry.
Now, help me understand this. Obviously, I'm a little bit of a convention. I wouldn't say novice. But I haven't been to many. Put it that way. Like, I've been to the odd one. I've been to quite a few toy fairs and stuff where they have guests, but not really big conventions. So with the Star Wars Celebration one, you can go to their site where you can book in advance, and you can either book. It says table or photograph or photograph, and I'm like, or is it?
Okay.
Or is it? So I'm
So
like,
there
hold on a minute.
usually will
Like,
be three things. There'll be an autograph,
yeah,
and then there'll be a picture at the table, which means you can take a picture with them just on the side, which
right,
is usually slightly cheaper.
yeah.
Or if you go, they'll do a professional. A professional will take the picture of you,
I see.
and,
That's what it is. I see.
and then they'll give you the download code or whatever it is for it.
Yeah. So I'm kind of like Echo and stuff. They have like lots of, kind of B-level actors that have been in Star Wars. Like last time I went, they had what was his name? He's been in the Indiana Jones, as well as he was the attack driver. Is it Piet? General Piet. He was also in Indiana Jones. He's a cool guy anyway, like pretty iconic. But it's like 20 or 30 quid. I don't like it's hardly, and that's nothing. But when it's like 200 or 300 quid, I'm like, God, that's
Well, and see, you're talking about Mr. Julian Glover.
Mr. Glover, him. Yes. So I've got a photo of him.
I got his autograph on a Harry Potter card, an Indiana Jones card, and on a Star Wars card, and that was for the cost of the stamps to get it back and forth.
Cool. So that's cool.
And this is from the Game of Thrones cards.
Yeah.
Put up a video this morning of a whole bunch of them. And this is from a company called Rittenhouse, and they of course pay the people, and then they put them in the packs of cards. But yeah, so I mean, you get, and I would buy more if they were cheaper.
Right, yeah.
Like with the Emperor, I need probably maybe 2 autographs. I can't decide.
Yeah.
So that's $300.
Yeah.
Well, if he was $100, I'd buy 3.
It doesn't feel right. That
I got.
Feels like they're ripping the fans off a little bit. Like,
well, sometimes it's up to, I don't know who determines the cost. It's got to be them, because they want to try and limit the amount of people, I suppose.
Yeah.
If Hayden Christensen was a $50 autograph, there wouldn't be anybody at the convention. They'd all be in line. And Hayden he'd come back and he'd be like, I can't.
Yeah.
But like Peter Cullen is coming to FanFest. So I already have an autograph from Dungeons and Dragons and from Transformers, both the animated and the movies, from him. But I want to meet him. So I'm going to have to figure out something else to get autographed by him. Probably not a Prime. Let's face it, I'm going to get a Prime autograph. But there's a couple other things I could get.
Yeah.
If we were to get Frank Welker to come, I literally have 72 items already prepared. I would like to have him autographed. And so then I'd have to come down to at least the 3 or 4 that I'd want the most, which of course would be Soundwave and Megatron at least.
Soundwave,
from
Megatron. Soundwave.
You know, if they were cheaper, I'd buy more, and more people would get them, and more people would have the opportunity to meet them. That's why I like voice actors so much, because usually they're $40-$50, and you get to talk to them, and they'll do the voice for you a little bit or something of what you take for them.
And to be honest, I don't mind paying like the jobbing actors. Like they probably don't make as much money as you think. So they've got to supplement their incomes. But it's like when the megastars come down and charge huge sums. It's like, what? Like Ewan McGregor doesn't need autograph money.
I don't remember who it was. Somebody just had a signing with Clint Eastwood.
Right. Oh God.
And it was like $1,400 an autograph.
Wow, that's crazy.
And
that's crazy.
They had a Sylvester Stallone one not too long ago where they had set up a payment plan as if you were like buying a car.
Oh, that's
so
terrible.
that you could pay off this autograph.
That's terrible. I don't agree with that.
That's nuts. And I know they're great, but and they're old. Picard's super old. I get that.
Yeah, he doesn't need it. He doesn't need autograph money, does he?
Yeah, what's he needed money for? I'm not saying he needs to give it away, but I mean, somebody like Christina Ricci is coming. I love Christina Ricci. Of course, I'm going to get something from Wednesday autographed and from the Addams Family autographed. But her autograph's only $50.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get 2. Now, if I had to choose, I would, of course, just get the Addams Family.
She get a black snake signed.
Well, and I'm looking at other things I might get her to sign, but now they just keep adding more and more people. Like half the cast of Scream 1 is now in it. They've added 4 people from Trek. They've added 5 new voice actors. So I can't let this get out of hand and be expensive.
How are you liking Picard, by the way?
I haven't watched it.
Oh, because you're a Trekkie. You're a Trekkie, aren't you?
Yes, but I really didn't like Picard 1 or 2.
Neither did I.
I really got into. I got about 2 or 3 episodes in, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is stupid."
Well,
so then Picard 2, I only watched the parts of Q.
Right. So
I know I'm going to like Picard 3.
So
I just want it to be over so I can binge it.
Yeah. So I love the movies, Next Generation, and Deep Space Nine. That's my jam. Those 3, and I hated Picard season 1, and I didn't even finish season 2 because I just thought, what the hell is this? When he started doing that weird French accent thing, I don't know what was going on with that. Anyway, it was weird. But I've not watched the latest episode, but the first 4 episodes of season 3, like, this Star Trek's back.
Yeah, and I know what's going on.
Right.
I know the general plot of what's going on. I do have a question about Jack Crusher and stuff, but I don't. The overarching question is, why is Picard still a robot? But I think they just kind of ignore that.
Yeah. Yeah.
As if that didn't happen.
Yeah.
I really thought with the last bit of Q's power, he would fix him.
Right.
And if he is a robot, why is he acting so old still?
I know, that whole thing's weird, man. Weird
writing. I watch the little YouTubey things about, coming up on this episode or whatever. I don't watch any of the recaps, so I know what's going on, but I don't know the details of what's going on.
No.
I just know that I like the look of all of it. I really wish they do some lighting. I don't know what's wrong with new Star Trek that they can't turn some lights on.
Yeah,
it's hard to see what's going on in the background.
Yeah.
It's hard to see some of the characters. These people have done art design, costume design, set design. I want to see it.
It's dark in space, Ghosty. It's dark in space.
It's dark. It's because we changed from real light bulbs to those stupid, I want more fluorescent light.
Yeah, like that real yellow light.
Yes, and it's crazy that it's still in the exact same packaging.
Jameson. Oh, whiskey.
I think it's
whiskey's like dog's breath.
Once it's finished, it must be almost done.
I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm 1 or 2 behind. So, yeah, hopefully they don't ruin it.
Yeah.
Wow, look at us, like 2 peas in a pod.
But and I haven't watched. I'm so far behind on stuff. I'm like 2 or 3 episodes on Book of Boba Fett or Mandalorian behind. I'm several episodes of Bad Batch behind.
Haven't seen that yet. I'm gonna binge watch the whole thing of Bad Batch.
Yeah, I haven't finished Willow yet.
No, I haven't even started Willow. I
didn't mind the first couple episodes, but I don't watch Willow to watch some stupid love story.
Oh.
I don't care if they're gay or not. I'm not watching it for a love story.
Oh, there's not more of that, is there?
Very weak love story in Willow, and it was mostly based on a potion.
Oh, love potion.
and you
Love
know
potion.
the kind of Han Leia hate you love you thing.
Mm.
But you know, I don't
Love
care about your
potion.
relationships. Can we just save the world and do that later?
Love
But
potions.
so I don't care about Sasha's daughter. I don't care about her son. Um, Unfortunately, it sounds like it was canceled. Um, so I haven't heard Disney. I don't think Disney's actually said it's canceled, but it's been rumored to have been canceled.
I was given a love potion once, Ghosty.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Sam koalas.
this young lady tried to seduce me, and she squeezed the love potion into my drink when I weren't looking.
Oh,
Tried to have her way with me.
that's
Tried to,
that's that's how the koalas got Pilly.
uh, so she was all over me. Honestly,
Huh.
trying to do stuff to me.
Wow.
Uh,
Some people don't understand. No means no.
uh, uh, have a wicked way with me.
Cool.
Yeah, I liked it today. I just watched it now before coming on.
It was only a half hour.
Yeah, they're not long enough. You know, the last
Week
episode
was
was
like an hour. This week's is half hour. And
yeah. They
I
need to
keep
be
I'm
longer.
like, so then I save like 2 or 3 of them and then watch them. Like I need maybe depending on what I'm still working on. I've got anybody who's been watching recently can see that like a quarter of the mess behind me is gone.
Mm.
I want to work on some more of that today and tomorrow, maybe Friday. I will sit down and catch up on both the Book of Boba Fett and
Book of you mean Bad Batch? You mean?
a Bad Batch.
Mm.
I don't know why I keep getting that stuck in my head.
Yeah, that was terrible. The Book of Boba Fett was really bad.
I mean, I didn't mind it. It's
It was weird. It was a weird one.
I think a lot of that problem was it got caught in COVID. And so some of it was the writing, some of it was it looked like they started shooting something and then all of a sudden they weren't anymore.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it was bits and pieces of stuff, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and then when they couldn't finish, they were like they threw in the Boba Fett stuff.
Yeah.
This will mean nothing to you, Rome. There's a show over here called Hometown, which is about this woman and her husband who remodel homes, and she looks like an adult Omega. So I threw together a meme the other day.
Omega. Yeah, there's got to be a point to Omega. She's definitely not the armorer, as Rick has been like.
I mean,
she's definitely not the armorer.
I just think that it's funny that the Mandalorian and basically the Mandalorian and the Bad Batch exist to make the line and somehow Palpatine came back exist.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's only there to get this whole cloning thing together and to make sense why Palpatine came back. And I don't think we should be creating whole shows just to explain the sequel trilogy.
I don't know. I'm a bit more okay with it in the sense that if you remember Heir to the Empire and then Dark Empire, those kind of old EU books kind of did the same thing. Like they led to Palpatine coming back.
But they led there because that's where they were going.
True.
It's not in a pitch meeting. Well, what if Palpatine came back?
Well, all right. Maybe to be fair, they didn't have Dark Empire planned out. Like that was written after. So yeah. I don't know. I mean,
I mean, really, after Return of the Jedi, there wasn't supposed to be any more Star Wars.
Yeah.
Lucas was pretty clear that if he did any more, he'd do the prequels.
I think he changed his mind a few times, though. I think, hasn't he?
He did, but he never in any interview, he said, well, there is stuff. And he was talking about the comics and he's talking about the books.
He spoke a little bit about Talon and Maul originally wanting to bring them back.
Well,
Disney
he set up 7, 8, and 9. It's not that he didn't have storylines.
Yeah.
For them.
I think it was Talon.
83 or 84.
Yeah. Oh, back then he didn't.
86 when we started getting West End games, and then you get the Heir to the Empire and stuff like that.
Yeah.
None of that was planned out.
No, back in the day, he didn't. No, later
but
on.
I bet you Timothy Zahn had a plan.
Yeah.
I bet you before he sat down and started the Heir to the Empire trilogy, he had a map of where he was going. And you can tell because it flows so well. There's still a couple crazy things here and there. All Star Wars EU kind of went nuts after a little while.
Yeah.
But, the
comics were pretty weird for wacky, weren't they?
They were, but that's Marvel for you. And Dark Horse, I think, took a better angle on it eventually, and they got a hold of it. But comics doesn't limit you. You can do anything you want.
Yeah.
You can have talking rabbits.
Yeah. Oh, I hope they bring Jackson back. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I like Shadows of the Empire was very cool, and I liked it because, yes, we already knew where it was going. So,
yeah, because that was in between, wasn't it?
Rogue One and Andor.
That was in between Empire and Jedi, wasn't it? Shadows.
Yeah, and it kind of gives you a little bit. And then when they did, that was of course wiped, and they did the Bounty Hunters series this last year, I think, in the comics, and it basically created a new in between Empire and Return.
Yeah, I wish they hadn't done that. Some of that
flowed okay. I think they tried to work too many plot points into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like the in-between stuff. I finally did finish Andor. Finally.
And so how would you rate that?
It was all right. It's weird to say that it was a show that didn't need Andor in it.
Yeah.
It literally could have been anybody.
That's true.
And it didn't matter because apart from the jailbreak, nothing Andor did moved the plot forward.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Everything else, and I loved the bits with Mom Mothra and everything on Coruscant was going on. But again, that had anything to do with him.
Lutheran was quite cool. I quite liked him.
Lutheran was very cool.
Yeah, he was quite.
Everybody's like, "Oh, he's a Jedi." No, he's not a Jedi. We'd know if he was a Jedi.
There's something about him that I can't quite put my finger on. Like, there's that one scene where they're like, he's like on the gantry of like a skyscraper or something, talking to that guy,
Imperial dude.
And it's like dark and wet, and he's got like some kind of cape, and it's flowing a little bit. And I don't know, just the way it was all shot was kind of implying that there's something mysterious about him. I don't know.
It was a great speech, and when he's talking to Saw, that's great. And again, but it didn't have Andor in it, and it didn't need Andor.
Yeah,
I think season 2 is going to be very Andor heavy and very. Andor needs to be there. So we needed season 1 to see where he goes through in season 2, how he gets the group together, how he joins the rebellion, all that stuff, how the rebellion finally, becomes together, that kind of thing. But
yeah,
it was okay. I would have liked more, but it was beautiful. I mean, ILM is always doing great work, and they show what you can do when you don't use the volume all the time.
Oh yeah,
especially in Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan used the volume so heavily that you could tell.
Yeah,
it was kind of almost as bad as, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure you have something relatively like if you watched Bonanza. and you could tell they were in a set the whole time because the background is just a painted sky and whatever, and the house is there, but clearly there's just a painting. That's not even a map painting; it's a real painting behind them. And that's how I felt in Obi-Wan, was when they were using the volume, you could see the lines. You should be able to, because you really couldn't that much in The Mandalorian. In The Mandalorian, you believed that he was in those areas.
It's funny how they went for the higher budget and wider scape for the Andor series, not the Obi-Wan, when the Obi-Wan's arguably a more prestigious. I'm guessing Ewan didn't want to leave Los Angeles or something like that, and it was shot in North America, with the sound stage, whereas Andor was shot over here.
Well, it ended up, I think that they did the Andor the way they did because they spent so much time on that planet. So it was probably actually cheaper and more practical to just build those sets.
Yeah.
We don't really go a whole bunch of places, and when we do, you can tell that they were CG or volume or whatever. But when you're in the main village area and stuff, all that was built, and you could tell. And it's because they spent so much of the show there, and the practical effects of Mon Mothra's apartment and what's his name's shop. Those were all practical because they spent so much time there. But I have no problem with the volume being used for like wider escape things. But it's not a fad. It's here forever. They're already shooting major motion pictures in it. Including they already set up stuff for the Batman 2 to be using the volume the same way it used the volume in the Batman. I think it just needs tweaked, and that's what look at episode 1. Episode 1 was really the first time that he used a lot of mix between practical sets and digital sets and digital people and things like that. And it worked really well for the time. And then Lord of the Rings came along, and Weta went over to Lucasfilm and said, here's what we're doing. How would we fix this? And they're like, well, do this, this, and this. And they pretty much perfected some of that stuff as far as the wider angles and using the miniatures along with the bigatures and all that stuff to make it look great. And now you're going along, and a lot of the technology that was being used for Lord of the Rings is just being used for commercials now. And that's how it's always been with new tech for films. If you go back to young Sherlock Holmes, if you remember that movie with the stained glass night, and how clunky that looks, compared to the jump forward to T2 and Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it's frightening, isn't it?
Yeah. And then the jump ahead to the Matrix and episode 1, and then you just keep going and going. And
have you seen the new Avatar film? I've not seen that yet.
I only saw the other Avatar film once and was bored with it and never watched it again.
No.
I already saw that movie like in other forms, and I didn't. Plus I don't see in 3D, so it didn't do anything for me. I enjoyed the story was fine and stuff. I don't think it needs its own part of the park at Disney World. I went, it was fun, it was pretty. But I don't think it needs 5 new movies. There's another one. I don't know if it's this year or next year, but there's another one coming, and then another one after that, because he shot parts 2 and 3 simultaneously. No, I haven't gotten to it. I do know a couple people who went and they said they actually really enjoyed it, but that it wasn't what Avatar was, because Avatar was just so mind-bending to people, and the effects were so good.
Yeah, people went back to see it a couple of times, didn't they?
People went and saw it 5 or 6 times at the theater, IMAX.
Yeah,
I saw it once and I was like, well, yeah, it was pretty and everything, but meh.
Yeah, then there was an explosion of people buying 3D TVs and stuff. Don't you remember? Like,
And remember, everything had to be in 3D.
yeah,
And
we've still got a 3D TV up in the loft somewhere.
yeah, and I was like, no, this is a fad.
Yeah, you
I'm
can't
talking
get
about
them now, can you?
fad. This is a fad because nobody's going to buy all these things and keep them, and they're not going to keep producing stuff like this. And then, the funny thing about Avatar is the way it just disappeared from the zeitgeist. After like 2 or 3 years, you just didn't hear what was there to talk about. There was an ancillary product for it. There, not like it had a really great toy line. It didn't have, video games pushing it. It had a couple novels, but not a whole lot. It didn't have a comic book. It's as if because Cameron said he was going to make sequels, they're like, okay, well, we'll just wait.
Yeah.
Well, 10 so odd years goes by, and he's finally making it, and then, of course, the world stops for a year or so. And then Disney's like, we're going to create a whole new park. And we're like, oh, finally, we're going to get that fantasy land thing at Animal Kingdom that they told us about when the park was created in the first place. That's going to be awesome. Oh, maybe it'll be Zootopia. That'd be awesome. Avatar? What? And this was before they bought Fox.
Yeah.
It's like, well, no Avatar.
There's
Although it is fun wandering around there, and you hear these clicking and things as you're wandering around. You could swear there was predators there.
Oh, cool. There's a new Alien. They're making a new Alien film.
It's a TV series.
There's been a film as well.
Oh.
Yeah, but Mr. H was talking about it the other day on YouTube. With who was it directing it? Yeah, it's separate to the TV series. I think Ridley Scott's a producer on it.
I don't trust him.
Yeah, good old Ridley.
He was all part of the last one that failed so horribly, and then he made the Prometheus and stuff, and we thought that was going somewhere, and then it went nowhere.
Yeah, they were a bit weird. I like them, but they're a bit weird. It's that Damon Lindelof guy, wasn't it, that messed all that up?
Well, and he just stepped away from Star Wars too.
Yeah.
So
probably a good thing, to be honest.
Prey was good.
Yeah, Prey was very good.
But and that's the other thing with Star Wars is stop telling us about things. I don't want to know that they have like 6 movies in pre-production. I don't care.
Yeah.
I do not care. I don't care who's producing them. I don't care who's writing them. I don't care who's directing them. Until you have a script and you've started casting, I don't want to hear about your movie at all.
That's right.
Because all you're going to do is what? Now we've had the Game of Thrones guys left.
Yeah.
Ryan Johnson's trilogy got killed.
Yeah.
The Damon whatever, his trilogy's dead.
The New Zealander.
Oh, that New Zealand dude.
Tika. The girl, Patty Jenkins.
Yep. Well, she's out because hers is still supposedly moving forward, but it's because she has to was filming Wonder Woman 3. If that hasn't been canceled by DC.
I thought it got panned after 1984 because that was so bad.
No, that's why she had to step away, because she's still contractually obligated to make the 3rd movie.
No.
So that's why she had to step away. Now, hers could rev back up pretty quickly if need be, because it was already far along in its writing stages. But then you have
I think it's had it.
Somebody else just said that they were going to do, and it's like, I don't want to hear it. I don't care.
Kevin Feige.
Where's my Lando series?
Yeah.
Where's Ahsoka? Where's the Acolyte?
Where's
the Marshals of the New Republic?
Yeah, where's Crumb?
Yeah, where's Crumb, the series? Stop telling me about stuff years before you're going to give it to me.
Yeah. Just get on and, cast me. Just get on and cast me as a young Crumb, and Angelina Jolie as my love interest.
I think you could get that might be a little risque maybe they could do it for Hulu, because that's a little hard for Disney Plus.
Yeah, Hulu could happen.
But at Celebration, you know they're going to tell you about stuff. Because everybody wants, what's the new trailer going to be? Well, of course, obviously, they're going to give you some sort of Ahsoka trailer. Because they've been shooting Ahsoka, so there's stuff done for it. But what I don't want is them to come out and say, here's our map through 2030. No, just stop.
Stop.
Do what Marvel does, where they say there's Marvel movie and it says untitled Marvel movie 2026.
God damn it, Kathleen, are you listening?
Just,
God damn it. Just sort it out.
She's such a good producer. I don't understand why she stumbled so badly with Star Wars.
Stop stumbling, Kathleen.
She's been a producer since Empire Strikes Back. And all the Indiana Jones stuff. And I mean,
maybe she's menopausal.
I don't know. I just
that can send you a little bit of lulali, can't it?
Yeah.
Maybe she's just got hot sweats
thing and all that. Just leave all that stuff out.
Maybe she's got hot flashes.
I'm sure they'll tell you about at least one new movie, and because at the moment I think all the movies have now been canceled. Because the only one that was coming was that Rogue Squadron, and that's canceled. Everybody who was making a Star Wars movie is gone. So unless there's something being secretly filmed, I don't think you'll see anything but saying, okay, here's what we've got going for, 2024 Christmas. Because to get a movie together, that's the earliest you could possibly get it going.
It's not happening.
And so much of it is now based on Disney Plus.
Skeleton Crew. That's coming out.
Skeleton Crew. That will probably be. I would assume you might get some sort of short trailer or at least images from it. And then you'll probably get an announcement. By then, Bad Batch will be over. So you'll probably get an announcement that it's been renewed for a third season. Because that would already be being done. But I think you'll get those three. And then maybe a movie announcement. But, you've heard things from like John Boyega being more and more friendly about Star Wars recently, which makes me think that they are moving forward with stuff in the sequel thing. Yeah, well, I mean, they should.
Cool.
Stop going backwards. Move forwards.
God damn it.
Star Trek has been stuck in the past for so long.
Just don't do it.
That's why everybody was looking forward to Picard. And then Picard just dropped the ball.
Took a dump.
Yeah, and now Picard season 3, everybody's like, oh my God, it's the next generation. Star Trek is back. Well, take a cue from that. Start a new series based on the Titan. And let that crew have their own thing for a little while. And turn on some lights.
God damn it, where's your lighting?
Damn it, where's your lighting?
God damn you. I damn you, sir.
But they've got to move forward. Yeah. I don't even mind. It's hard to do because the actors are still so young. But I would like to see a time jump of like 10 years.
You got any new toys recently, Ghosty?
Oh, yeah.
Anything we can see?
Let me see. I'll grab some.
We like looking at toys, don't we, everyone? We like toys here. We like to look at toys. Got toys over there. Toys here. Toys over there. Bob's got some toys. Stacey's has got some toys. Bob's got some toys. Bob. We like toys, don't we? Got some toys out. Good toys. Where's my toys? Where's my toys? I like toys a lot. I like them out. Bob leaves them in the box. I like to get them out of the box and play with them.
All right.
Play with the box. Play with the toys.
I mean, I've gotten a lot since the last time I talked to you, but last week was the last time I went out shopping.
Oh.
So, first, of course, these have started hitting.
Oh, you got him. Oh yeah. Look at that.
So of
Oh,
course
yeah.
I've got 4 of the 5.
They're a must. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's good, isn't it? Yeah,
I
pretty similar.
bought 2 of him because I've never had him before, so I got one to open.
Pretty similar to the original, isn't he?
They're almost identical.
Look at that. Oh yeah, him. I like him. On the
But of
plane.
course you can tell because the packaging's all different because of, a zillion languages and stuff.
Yeah.
And of course they've got new copyrights on them, that kind of stuff. So you can't pass them off as.
She got a monkey.
She does have a monkey.
Yeah, she's got a monkey.
Monkey. And then
date. Oh God.
Fortune and Glory, kid.
Fortune and glory. Fortune and glory. Fortune and glory. He does love it.
What else he says?
His whip was quite floppy, isn't it?
So he says a little something from every movie. Well, he's like 80, dude. How's your whip?
Yeah.
And
long and distinguished.
that, it's the mission.
It's the little ones. Yeah.
Which okay, whatever. I'm gonna buy them all anyway because I love Indiana Jones.
What should they do that in 3.75 though?
Don't you? I mean,
yeah.
And then
I got that one. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. The old Scout Trooper. That's a good one.
The newest peg warmer.
Orlando. Oh yeah, player. Very nice. Player.
I wasn't gonna buy it, but then this voice somewhere deep in the back of my head said, "Do it.
It's a great figure though. It's a great figure.
I might have him autograph this.
Yeah, good shout.
Maybe.
Good shout.
So that's what I got at Target the other day.
Very nice.
I'm real happy that all the Indiana Jones stuff is coming out. I haven't found any of the retro series Star Wars figures though.
No.
Those I have not. I've been told that they've hit a couple Walmarts on the other side of town, and I might go out Friday or Saturday, depending on how much of this I get done or when I get tired of doing it. But
we got let's get that down. We got a Marvel Select Red Hulk the other day. Look at him.
Ooh, nice.
He's massive. Absolutely huge. Look at him.
Wow.
Big chunky boy. And I got a Grail item as well. I haven't unboxed yet, which is the GoBots Command Center.
Oh yeah, cool. I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah, I've not actually unboxed it yet. So the photos I posted were the eBay shots.
Right.
So he's actually still in a box underneath my desk. And we also got a Titan Transformer, the Arc, the yellow Arc that it's a modern one. And I waited to try and get it under 100 quid because they're normally about 130. So I waited for ages till I found one on eBay. So I've not opened that yet.
I recently met Optimus Prime and Megatron. Megatron was pretty cool.
Cool.
Prime's Prime.
Prime's that's Peter Cullen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who's Megatron?
Megatron is Frank Welker, but I met them at I met Megatron and Prime at Universal Studios with John.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
You know.
That's cool. Oh, did you see? I snagged myself. I can't believe I got it for such a good price. A McFarlane Akira bike. Did you see it? Oh, should I get it? Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. I'll be back in a minute.
I always want to see stuff. I do want to get back to doing these on a more regular basis so we can show off all our pickups and stuff again. This is so big. American penis, so large, so big. Yeah, thanks, Rozoff. I've like I said, I'm feeling more like myself again. I'm happier. I'm once I can get stuff, this clutter in my life eased up, then I think I'll really be back to myself again. He just stares at you. It's like just looks into your soul.
Right. I've actually boxed it back up, so I'm gonna unbox a box that I've already unboxed, and now I'm gonna unbox it again.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a lot of tape.
This is me just boxing it badly back up.
Oh.
So let's just put this here for now. A second. And
I've really been enjoying those autographed figures you've been putting up on Instagram.
Yeah, I've got a really nice collection of those from Chocolate Chip Wookie.
Yeah. I love the different package designs. I love how they look in the container.
Yeah, so I want to put one of those in your box, but I haven't got. I know I asked you what characters you like. I haven't been able to get an Emperor yet because that was the character you named.
I would like any of them. I don't have a.
If there's another, because they're all autographed. So if there's an autograph you haven't got, and I know I've bought a load of these, and I know Chocolate Chip's still got quite a few left in his collection. But yeah, they're nice. I like they're a little bit different to just because they're like custom cards and
yeah,
something a little bit different, So this is the famous Kaneda. This is the famous Akira bike.
Nice.
Did you see Akira?
Of course.
Of course, everyone's seen that.
When I was still watching anime stuff.
So this was actually sealed when I bought it, but I had to open it because this is an pretty iconic bike. There's no way I'm leaving this in the box. Let's just make sure it's got its stand down. There we go. Look at this thing.
That is nice.
Yeah, look at that. So this is McFarlane.
Be on display somewhere.
Yeah, this is McFarlane. It's got a bit of age to it. Yeah. So it's like an earlier. It's an earlier McFarlane. So you can see the box is a little bit beaten. Yeah. They seem to like vary on eBay. Like I see some that are free figures, like over 150 quid. I got this nowhere near that. The guy, I don't think knew. I think he'd undervalued it, and it was a buy it now price that was really low, and he had to make it your offer, and so I made an offer, and he accepted it, and just such a cool looking bike. So I'm trying to hunt down. I want they're expensive, but I really want a vintage Tron bike.
Have you seen the new ones?
Yes, but
Super 7's doing a whole new line of figures and bikes. and I will buy it all as soon as it becomes available. It's only at the parks at the moment.
Yeah, I thought it was Disney parks only. So
Well, that's how the Willow figures were initially too.
yeah,
And then that's how some of the Universal Monster stuff is exclusive to the Universal City. So I would expect probably by next month they'll be available. And I will
yeah,
buy them all. I love the new packaging on them. I do have some of the older figures, a couple on card and stuff, and then I have some stuff. Remember when NECA redid those
yes,
for like the 25th anniversary maybe or something? I got some of those, but I never got any of the vehicles, and for some reason, and it kills me that I didn't get the Lego set.
yeah. I pre-ordered the 3-pack of figures Zavi, and then they cancelled the order, and now you can't get them.
Yeah, I do have some of the Diamond Direct stuff. I've got a whole bunch of that, but I'm waiting. There's still the rumor that Super 7 has a license to do Last Starfighter.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'd like a ship, and the little and
Love
what's
a
the little
ship. And if they've been able to get the molds that were originally set up, that would mean there's like 8 or 9 figures.
what's the little alien thing? Last Starfighter. Isn't there a little alien in the ship?
Oh
no, yeah,
his co-pilot.
Yeah, that's cool. So, man, I'm loving this. This is my favorite thing at the moment. That's just, oh man, look at that, so cool. Do you know what I really like? It makes me think of Blade Runner. I really want the Blade Runner car, the spinner. I don't know if I've ever seen one. I don't know if I've seen anyone make one. You know, the spinner car that floats up. Love one of those. Yeah, motorbikes, man. Oh, what did you think of the McFarlane Batmobile and Batwing?
That is very cool, but no, I did not do anything with them.
Not interested in that.
I am, but I have to decide what I'm going to do with the rest of my life now.
Yeah.
My life does not. Need until I get a job. I can't be buying big stuff like that because I don't have any room for it.
Yeah.
What am I going to do with it? It's not coming out of the box.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it'll just sit in the box.
Well done.
Stop me from buying some of the McFarlane 89 figures from the Flash movie.
Well done, you. That's really restrained of you. I was going to stop. I was like, well, I'm going to have a break from it. I'm going to have a stop. And then I keep buying bloody figures. It's hard, isn't it? It's so addictive. Well done, you. We don't need them. We actually do not need any of them.
I don't.
It is such a bloody disease that we've got. And it's such short-term gratification. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Hey, John.
For me, it's the lesser of evils. Hey, John.
So here is the new Tron stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Geez.
What the looks like.
Oh, but they're not.
And they're doing some stuff specifically for the.
I want the clear plastic.
Are they translucent figures?
No.
No,
they're not. They are.
They don't need to be translucent. The originals were translucent and they broke. So they're making them in figures you can actually play with and do stuff with.
It's the bikes I want.
So I'll buy all 4 of those, and I'll probably buy this stuff. I don't think I'll buy the ring, but I'll definitely buy the vehicles.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what those look like because they actually might be something I would buy. And I heard you say Last Starfighter while I was trying to get on, and I would definitely do that too. It's like. Last Starfighter would get me to pay that $18.99 per figure. You know what I mean? That just was so bad.
Yeah.
But so mine is slightly different.
Your Akira bike. There's
my
2.
Kaneda.
Yeah, yours
has
is on
the gun.
Yours is from the blister pack.
Yeah.
And
so they're different. So look at yours. Yeah, yours is.
Hang on
So
a
they
sec.
you did 2 releases, yeah.
And this one, the
One-
bike folds down. You know, when he's riding, then when you stop, it's like
This one does
so
it
you
as
can
well.
get out of it.
This
Okay.
one opens. This one opens
Yeah,
up
he
as
did
well.
2 versions.
Yeah.
The version that Rum's got is considered the deluxe version because it was in a big box. And this is on a blister pack, basically.
Yeah, mine opens up as well, like yours.
Bit of a squeaky wheel there.
And then he's got the gun and the pack on mine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It plugs into this pack, and then the goggles are. I got them around his neck here, but they can go up on his head. The goggles.
Yeah, different facial.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
deluxe
yeah.
as well.
have any of that stuff because he was never. It's not supposed to be, set out.
Man, I have really vivid memories of watching Akira for the first time round at
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Bill's house on my estate. A load of us piling around to watch it, and it's like dark and
Speaking of Super 7, I forgot I did get some other stuff in. So I got
stuff. It's got stuff. Like stuff, don't we? What stuff you got? Oh, what the hell? What the hell?
Yes.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Oh, I've not seen that. What the hell? I love those.
Wow.
That's so cool. Yeah.
I was going to do a video for him, but I haven't gotten around to it yet.
That's cool. I kind of feel I want to take him out of the pack. I feel like I'm wanting to take things out of the box now for some reason. Like
I could never hurt these packages. I mean, they're beautiful.
I want to play with the figures though.
Then I went into my comic store.
That's why I buy 2.
Yes, the other day, and they had these from Biff Bang Pow.
Oh wow.
Oh, cool.
This is Athena.
Yeah.
Are those Mego?
Gear.
No, Big Bang Pow.
Biff Bang Pow. Of course, Starbuck. And Apollo.
Is there a Cylon? A Cylon?
They did do a Cylon, yeah.
Cool.
Furious Leader. Oh, Lucifer. Yeah, Lucifer.
And Adama.
Cool.
Yeah, they have. Is this the one that has the most on it? Yeah, they've done a ton of figures. So you've got 3 different Cylon. You've got that singing woman. You've got
the dog.
You got Boxy. So I still need 6 of them that I might go out and look for. Because I'd love Super 7 to get a hold of that license too. But they do other Universal stuff. So if they do, maybe they can get the license for that as well.
Yeah, Rolando, I'm doing the Spin Master stuff also. With the Batman and all that, absolutely.
Oh, you're getting the big. Have you seen the big Batwing they did? The 12-inch Batwing that the people have been showing on the internet.
And luckily, it has a wall mount, so you can put it somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll wait on those Spin Masters because those always go to like.
They do. They always go on sale, so I wait. Yep.
I will buy the Michael Keaton one for full price as soon as I see it. But other than that, I can wait on the others.
Yeah. I got the Gotham police car with is the Commissioner Gordon action figure that's in that?
Yeah,
and
I think so.
It's been marked down to like $10 to $14. I think I got it when it was like $10 or something, but I've seen it anywhere from $10 to $14 now, and that was a $30 set when it first came out. So,
well, last time I was at my Walmart,
price.
it looks like they'd found a new container of that stuff because the McFarlane figures were $8 and the Spin Master figures were $2.
Yeah, there's places where they're $2 or $3. Yeah,
it was like, and they had a lot of them. I was like, where did you find this palette and back?
Yeah.
And
well, they put out way too many of the movie ones. Yeah.
Well, also I think it's because the movie
It's not really a toy movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
until the last half
Yeah.
hour, it's not really a toy
Yeah.
movie.
yeah.
You know, it's
No,
for
no
adults.
kids are running around watching that movie and trying to get the figures. Yeah,
Yeah, they're not running around and looking for a 12-inch Riddler figure.
yeah.
Mhm.
They're trying to get the colorful Justice League ones. Yeah. And when you see them side by side on the same shelves, you're like, well, I want that Batman, not that one. And I can get Superman and Wonder Woman over here. So it's like,
Yeah, and those superpowers ones are now down to like $3 at every Walmart.
Are they? Oh,
yeah, I've seen them at $5. I picked up
Do you need
I picked
them,
up two Wonder Woman. I picked up two Wonder Woman the other day for $5 each. Another Dark Side. I think the Dark Side was like $2. I think he was.
I
And
think Nightwing. I have to check, but I was waiting for him to get marked down too.
I haven't seen a Nightwing on sale yet, so I don't have him. But I would like to get the orange. What is it? The orange and blue guy. Deathstroke, right?
G-Force was in one of his targets on his runs the other day, and it was just a whole sea of Nightwings.
Well, that's because the box just comes with Nightwing, Wonder Woman, and Deathstroke in it now.
Okay. I only bought the first three. I will get the rest of them eventually. But I'm still trying to finish the original series. I'm still trying to. There's a couple of hard to find ones in that original one. But I like I've got my Hall of Justice. I'm trying to
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Pick up the rest of the other ones.
Yeah. I actually been liking these Nintendo figures lately. So I showed those Zelda and Metroid ones before, and now I got a Mario one. I didn't like them. Yeah.
Yeah, and finally now they're making stuff. I mean, it's been years since we've been able to get decent stuff. I mean, think of all the figures you could make for Zelda.
Yeah.
I mean, alone. Every game is so toyetic.
I like John's head. It looks like an egg.
It looks like an egg. Yeah.
Because he's barely on camera.
I want to paint an orange circle on the top.
Why an orange circle?
So it's like the yolk.
There's a yellow kid watching you.
I see him. He's like half behind the pillow, sneaking out.
But I haven't.
What were you on? What was John on? What was John on the other day? He's got a Star Wars character, isn't he? What's he got? Babu Freak. He's got a freak.
Oh, the Babu Freak guy. Yeah.
Oh, his own one.
That was funny. I did see that episode of The Mandalorian, and that was pretty funny.
Yes.
Oh, he broke.
Looks like John. You need to get some stickers of you that made John or something. You need to get your own Babu Freak picture or something.
Yeah, where's his picture? Someone sent me his picture.
Babu Fick, and say, hey.
Super John Freak.
Hey.
Yeah.
So we started by talking about Diablo. So John, what were your thoughts after the beta?
I really, really like the game. I mean, I wouldn't have stopped playing if it was still going. So, I mean,
I'm glad it stopped because I was putting way too much time into the video game and I didn't realize.
Right? Yeah, you can get lost in it, but there are a couple of things that I do hope they fix. I mean, I think the like we brought up, I think one time while we were playing, the stash system is very cumbersome. Once you get multiple pages, because when you only have the one page, it's like there's take and deposit. So when you're on take, you're taking it out, and you're on deposit, you're putting it from your inventory in, and that doesn't seem that bad. You're like, okay, I just hit L1 to take and R1 to deposit. But then when you have more than one page in there, it wants you to hit left 2 or right 2 to cycle through the pages, then left one or right one to take and deposit. So you're like L1 to cycle the page, R1 to take. You take the item, then you got to go, okay, now I got to do like L1 to deposit it, then L2 to switch to what page it's going, and then you have to deposit. Then you're like, oh crap, now I'm on my inventory. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. R1 to deposit, L2 to select the page, L1 to R1 to do L to R2 to what the crap? You're like, there's way too many buttons to just try and take something. And then, like he pointed out, if you put it on the wrong page, the items don't stack with the previous item that's on the different page. So you're like, oh crap, now half my stack is on one page and half my stack is on the other. And it's not easy to fix that once you make that mistake. You're like, all right, hold on, I got an L2, R2, L1, grab the item, R2, L1, ST, hit XB, up, down, left, right, BA, start. Okay, now it's in my inventory. Then, you know what I mean?
And also, in your normal bag, you hit R down, and it resorts your bag and moves everything up. And shows you spots at the bottom. I want that in the other system, except I want it to sort all. If I want it to, give me the choice to sort all three bags and then move them up. Now, if you've got one bag that's just for weapons, one bag that's just for materials, and one bag that's just for, clothes, I don't want them to mix. But I would like to be able to just choose that and have it deposit easier. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. Well, and like you said, that's the other thing. You can't, in your inventory and stuff, you can just hit that R3 to it self-organizes. But if you're going through your items and you're like, okay, now this item I want to keep, I'd like to be able to pick it up and move it to the bottom of my bag. And then go, okay, this other item I want to keep, I want to put it with it. And then you're like, okay, these three I'm going to destroy, so I'll put them over here. And then when you go to the guy to sell, you're like, okay, I can sell the whole top row, destroy the stuff on the bottom left row of the thing, and the bottom right I'm going to keep in my stash. So when you go to sell stuff or go to your stash, you know quickly which ones you're putting where, but there's no way to do that either. You can't sort of self-sort and move stuff around. So that's the only, and I think that was the only thing that really, really started getting on my nerves and annoying me about it was the stash and inventory system. But other than that, I mean,
I do like that you get to keep your cash and you get to keep those little purple bobble things and you get to keep all your stuff character to character.
Character to character, yeah.
That was one of the biggest pains in the butt starting a new character in Warcraft is you had to wait to get somewhere. So you could mail yourself stuff from another character.
Some gold or something, yeah.
Start the game out and I've got a Knut and a half, and then suddenly I have 100,000 gold because I sent myself some money.
Yeah.
So when I start my Necromancer Friday, as soon as I hit town, he's going to have gear galore. Because I've made a whole page of just gear.
I did the same thing. I started saving some stuff for him. Yeah.
But now, we were talking about this earlier. Now, I was really looking forward to the Druid as being part of our group. But then I thought, unless he has some sort of area effect heal, he won't be very useful, actually, as a healer, because we can't click on individual people in our group. Unlike Warcraft, where you can just pan over, click on you, heal you, and move on. That option's not available on the...
Yeah. I'm actually wondering to myself if there even is going to be a healer in Diablo. In the past, there never really was. The Druid was basically like a hybrid between a tank and a sorcerer. Like it was like half barbarian, half sorcerer. So that could transform into bears and werewolves and eagles or something. So it's not a class like in World of Warcraft that actually can heal people. Yeah. It's different. But I did notice the barbarian has taunting, and there's a lot of different taunt things with the barbarian. And when the barbarian does taunt and he does do a lot of damage, he does start holding aggro.
Mhm.
And like Rum did it really good during one of the battles that we were all in with one of the bosses, where he held aggro the whole time, and the rest of us were able to DPS. Mages and rogues were able to DPS and shoot the boss down and kill him.
Well,
And,
like
and
when we
while
were-
while Rum held contact, I mean that was like a perfect fight, and Rum did it beautifully by holding on to the aggro as the barbarian.
Oh yeah.
And so the thing is that if he had run out of potions, it would have been a problem. You know
Bob,
what I mean?
you can go to my Twitch page and you can clip that bit out where he tells you what a wonderful player you were.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Save that forever. It's real
Oh yeah. Oh.
Well, it's like when we were fighting the butcher, and the three of us just kept pulling aggro from each other because we didn't really have somebody who could hold aggro on that guy. And so I'd do a ton of damage, and then he'd chase me for a little while,
and then
he'd chase you around for a while.
Yeah.
Hey, Cat.
Hey, Cat.
Oh, Cat.
But
You guys
that
have done already, go over to Kat's channel and watch her puzzle build. She did a live stream the other day, building a puzzle. That was a very cool puzzle. It's a Star Wars comic cover.
Oh wow!
I need to own up to something. I actually watched. Wow, I listened to that whole stream when I was in bed because it was soothing.
Oh, for Vader's Grill?
Yeah, I didn't comment because I was just enthralled. I just listened. It was like I liked it. I was
streaming again today, Cat.
I was naked, Cat, and I was just relaxed. I was relaxed, all relaxed. You made me all relaxed. Just lying there listening to you. She's got a nice voice, hasn't she, Cat? So it was like,
oh yeah, very soothing.
Soothing, very soothing.
Wow.
So I think she should do more of them streams. To be honest, it's a nice one to like go to bed to, all relaxed.
Well, and like I said on the comments, Kat, if you want something in the background for noise, like put on like wave machines that you can hear, because you won't get copyright strike for it, but it'll break up the sound in your room, or thunder and lightning.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
something like that.
Oh, some raindrops.
But yeah, so that fight where Rum had aggro, it did make me think of healers, but I wasn't thinking of the druid. I was thinking like when the crusader or whoever, the holy knight comes, that would be like a paladin or something. Like I thought that new character would introduce healing to it, but it would have to be an area of effect. It would have to be an area. So you would put down, essentially like this round space would appear on the ground, and it would heal everybody that's in it.
It's kind of like your dome of protection.
Yeah.
Well, and in Diablo 3, you do have that paladin guy who follows you around, and you can choose to have him heal you.
Yeah, you can.
So they do have that availability. It's just that would anybody actually use it as a? Are you going to put talent tree points into it instead of putting it in something to do damage?
Yeah.
Because it is just as easy if we just kill the thing quickly. We don't need healing because at least in the beta, they do drop a lot of health.
Yeah. And the thing is, we found out how to make it go 5 of 5 heal pots. So I imagine by the time you're like 50 or 60, whatever level that you go to, you're probably going to have 10 or 12 heal pots,
I thought probably 12 would be their high.
And they're going to be way more powerful, you know what I mean? Because we could only level them up one level, where I think by the time you get to max level, that you're going to be leveling them about 5 times probably, So, yeah, they'll be way more effective, and you'll have a lot more of them. So they may look at that and go, everyone's responsible for healing themselves. But I do want to say, like, as a sorcerer, most of the fights most of the dungeons, most of the things we were doing, I was at 5 of 5 potions all the time. If I used one, I'd end up picking one up and be back to 5 of 5.
Mhm.
It was just during some of the, like the world boss or that event with Malnock or whatever, where it was like I think what it was the strongholds. So the stronghold events, the world boss, we found that other world event where we got the horse drop. Like during those battles, I would sometimes go down to go down to 1 or 2.
Where we got the horse drop?
Well, we were a group.
Oh,
This.
it was a group accomplishment. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, is he cheating again? Was he cheating?
Even if only
cheating.
one of us got the horse,
Oh,
it
is
was
he
a group
cheating again?
You're all
effort.
winners because you got the horse.
Oh, then he's always susceptible to the odd cheat.
Yeah, I agree. You know, if we were really in a contained area that they were doing some area effect stuff in, we were using health, but really we didn't. You didn't really have to pay attention. And sometimes I died because I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah,
to my health because I just wasn't used to having to.
Put your pants up.
You know, we're level 25 when we run into a whole bunch of level 30 things.
I just think with the sorcerer, I was using one once in a while, but mostly remained full of potions. With the rogue, it was like I got to 2 of 5, 3 of 5, stuff like that. But then I would pick up more and be back at 5 of 5.
Mm-hmm.
But with the barbarian, I was using them the whole time. You know what I mean? And you could run out. So it was like,
as a tank, you definitely need them more.
Yeah, it's almost like he should get more because.
Yeah, he should get an extra one above everybody else.
Yeah, because he needs it. Yeah. So they may end up doing something like that. I think, like, rather than make a character that is a healer, it would just be, you know, maybe he gets more potions than the other guys. You know, I don't know.
I know that you and Mark were talking about that you thought they maybe nerfed them a little bit because they got rid of the whirlwind or the so much of the effect of the whirlwind.
Yeah, they nerfed the whirlwind. And I feel like they nerfed the meteor strike one too, the meteor one. Because I tried meteor for a little while and I didn't like it that much. And I think I feel like it was kind of like, I mean, in Diablo 3, just about every sorcerer on the planet plays meteors. You know what I mean? So it's like when they went to Diablo 4, they said, okay, we got to have meteor because everyone on the planet plays meteor in Diablo 3, but we don't want to make it as powerful because we don't want everyone to just do the same thing again. And every sorcerer,
they were doing it deliberately so that everybody wouldn't build the same again.
Yeah. And then same with whirlwind. Like on Diablo 3, everybody's a whirlwind barb because you can zip through in seconds a lot of the dungeons. So I think they did the same thing. They really nerfed whirlwind in this Diablo 4. It's like it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and it's you can't keep going with it. It's
in the tree. Like, can you add stuff to it, like barrage and stuff like that, where it gets stronger and stronger the deeper you get into it?
Yeah, and that's what I was told too. Was there's a lot of stuff with the barbarian that you can't get to until you're in the 30s and 40s, 50s, whatever. And once you get to max level and you can use all your points, it's a totally different animal. Like he's one of the strongest characters in the game where, you know, when he's 15 or 20, he doesn't have enough points to make himself that powerful. You know what I mean? So he might be harder to level on the early stages, but once you get a few points, you can get going. He turns into a powerhouse, you know. So, and I know the druid's going to be that way too, because they said the unfortunate thing about the druid this weekend is the area where the druid. You know how we were doing class quests, like there was a quest for the mage to unlock his thing, and there was a quest for the rogue. Well, the druid, his quest is in a different section of the world that we don't have access to during the beta.
Well, because he wasn't open yet.
The druid's not even going to be able to do his quests and get his special ability unlocked.
Well, unless they unlock those.
They said they're not. They're not gonna.
Huh.
So you're only going to be able to just use the basic skills of the druid and not really. You're really looking what you're really doing during the beta weekend. If you pick the druid, is you're testing half a character because you don't get to see. You're not even going to get to use. It's like a. I don't know. I really don't know how it's going to work because the potential of the character is not even going to be seen. They might as well have not even let you even try them because I think a lot of people are going to be like, this character sucks. And it's like, well, yeah, he can't get his special abilities,
So to do that for the necromancer as well then.
No, the necromancer, his quest is in the gate in the first area. So his quest is in the game. So he's a fully fleshed out character then.
When we were going along and doing stuff for the dungeons and stuff, I don't remember seeing a lot for the druid. As far as
the first one we did gave us a druid power.
Did it?
Yeah, the very first one.
So okay.
I actually kind of complained a little bit in my head about that. I was like, because we just picked a dungeon to do and it gave me a druid power and I was like, damn it, we got a power we can't even use. Yeah. I was like, for the first dungeon we go in,
Well, and those are very random because I guess they just assume you're going to make other characters.
Yeah,
but you can reset the dungeons.
Yeah.
And which is kind of annoying because like when we went to do stuff with Dadpool, we reset all the dungeons again. So now I don't know. I know I can do them again.
I was losing track of which ones I did and which ones I did not do. And
except for the one they sent us back to like
4 times. I know. Yeah.
It's annoying.
There's a couple of quests that send you to the same dungeon over, and then you get next quest and it sends you to the same dungeon. So you're like, damn it, I did this dungeon 4 times in a row because of all the way the quests work.
Yeah.
And
but it is nice that the dungeons do seem to change slightly.
The layout a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So that was nice.
I saw that we were one of the only people who figured out that you could click on the entrance to the dungeon to teleport back.
Oh, yeah?
There's this morning when I was working, I was watching a lot of review videos and critiques, like how do people feel about it. And one of the complaints was that they had to backtrack. They had to run. It's like after you kill the boss, you got to run all the way back to the beginning. And I'm sitting there going, no, you don't. And they complained, like they all these things were written into the developers. And just before I left work, like on the way home, videos started posting talking about the developer's response to people's questions and feedback. And then in there, the developer was like, yeah, sorry, we didn't do a tooltip. And not many people realized that you could click the entrance to the dungeon and it would teleport you back.
Well,
and they were like, did anybody, people were like, did anyone catch this feature? Did anyone figure that out on their own? And I'm going, we did. We must be the smartest group.
It took us longer to figure out that in the emote thing, you could just move over and go leave dungeon.
Yeah, that too.
But,
that too.
Because I don't do any of the emote junk.
No,
so I didn't even open that until I had to.
Yeah.
They do force you to do emote stuff to finish quests, side quests. But yeah, I think overall, I really love the game. I thought the graphics were great. I think the replayability is great.
Yeah.
Because it does seem slightly different for every character. Not just your main quest lines, but you have to go. I do wish that it would remember things on my map a little better, like all the spots, like so I could go collect again.
Because what it is that like when you're on, so like I was on with the sorcerer, went around and found like 10 of the altars of Lilith, and those gave the points to the next character I made, which was the rogue.
Mm-hmm.
But the rogue, when you open the map, didn't have those altars of Lilith checked off on the map, even though the rogue already had those powers from those altars.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're not getting extra power.
No, yeah.
By clicking them again.
So they should have been automatically marked off on the map as you collected these already.
Yeah.
You still got to go find the other 10 or whatever it is, even though you're on a different character. And then the other thing was the waypoints. I think when you collect them all with one person, you should have them unlocked with the other ones, because those, again, were, you know what I mean? Like, why do I have to do all that again? You know?
Or give me a horse so I don't have to walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some of the porting stuff was great. And the whole PS4, PS5 thing, if that's a real issue, they've got to fix that, because that was really annoying me to get every time I try to pop to you guys, I get knocked offline.
Yeah.
If I did it by myself, if I just took me and moved me to a city and then ran to where you guys were, it never did it. But if I tried to go right to where you were, or if I tried to leave a dungeon with the group and go back to the main city, then half the time I'd lose connections.
Yeah, hopefully that was just a beta thing, though, and they said there's a lot of that stuff they're trying to fix by even this coming weekend, because they didn't. There was another thing, I saw a statistic come up where they were expecting around 400 to 500,000 people on this test beta weekend. This was sort of like an invite only weekend.
Yeah.
And next weekend is the open beta. And they were expecting the open beta to have around 1 million people, and this to be 400 to 500,000. Well, this weekend ended up being 1 million people logged on. Mm-hmm. So they were like, "Holy crap! It was double. It was double what they expected." Wow. So, yeah, there was 1 million people around the world that logged on this weekend, and that was double what they thought. So they really misunderstood how many people wanted to play this game, and they weren't prepared for it.
The only people who were able to play were the people who pre-ordered it.
No, you could get codes from other ways. It turns out you could get, like in the United States, you can get a code from KFC. If you were overseas, you could have got a code from some other fast food company, restaurant chain. I forget what it was, but and then there were a number of different ways to get a code, even if you did not purchase the game ahead of time.
What if you say purchased a game and then purchased it again?
A second one? Yeah, I know those.
I mean, not many people would do that.
Oh. Yeah. Some weird people did do that, but yeah.
I know. I keep doing that as well. It's not the first time I've done that. It's not the first time. It's because I want the physical box. Like,
yeah.
Like, I need to have the box, but then I bought the Elite one, which was 90 quid. And then I thought, well, if I'm getting the digital, I can't buy the regular digital, can I? So I need to get the Elite digital. So I spent 180 quid on that Diablo so far.
Jeez.
For God's sake.
I really do wonder, since it's open on Friday, what Friday is going to be like. Hopefully not Friday.
Yeah, they said that what it is they were, again, they said the reason they were given the numbers for this weekend is because they said we're going to try our best to not have that happen again, because we were planning on around 400 to 500,000 the first weekend and 1 million people the second weekend. So, but now they're like, since we got 1 million people and we doubled it, they're going to expect 2 or 3 million for the open weekend. But I actually wonder if that's even low for that as well, because I look at recent games like what is the one we all played there? What was that big game we all just played where you were fighting all the monsters outside in the nights and stuff? And
I don't.
Elden Ring.
Yeah, Elden Ring.
Yeah, it sold over 20 million copies. Elden Ring did. And Diablo arguably is a stronger franchise and could be down the road even bigger.
And it's more accessible. Elden Ring is hard.
Yeah, and it's a lot easier to play. Diablo's a lot easier to play. So I wouldn't think there's only going to be 2 or 3 million. I would not be surprised if there's more like 5 or 10 million people trying this game out. You know what I mean? And if they like it, they're going to buy it. And then, I think we're going to see more of these games selling between 10 and 20 million copies down the, this year. There's a number of them. I mean, the Star Wars Jedi Survivor, whatever that is. You right, the new one. And I mean, some of these games are
Hogwarts one.
Yeah, the Hogwarts game that just came out, right? And like they're gonna sell in the tens of millions because they're getting to be really, really, really good games. Well designed, they look good, they're fun to play, and
I think we finally turned the corner where they're an impulse buy as well. You don't have to go to a store, pick up a game, and come. You can sit there and be like, you know what? I've heard a lot of good things about Diablo 4. Click.
Yeah, download. Yep.
I have several games that I've started playing with you guys that I don't play anymore, and they just sit on my thing, and I'm like, hey.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking that even with Monster Hunter, I never finished it. I didn't finish the single player story yet of the Japanese one that we played for a little bit. It's like, and I want to. It's not that I don't want to.
That's racialism. That's racialism, John. Careful. Racialism.
Japanese one.
Racialism.
It's not that I don't want to. I want to finish Monster Hunter, and I want to finish that other game, but it's just I have 4 or 5 games I'm playing at the same time. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's why I'm not buying anything new. I'm sticking with this for a little while, and unless everybody's going to go to a different game and I'll play along with everybody, I'm going to keep playing Diablo 4.
I think this is going to take up a lot of my year. Diablo 4. It'll be the game I'm playing.
Well, yeah, because now that Rum's here, why don't you go through? I got to take a pee break for a sec. Why don't you talk to him about the system of fixing your gear, the stuff you were doing, how you replace gear, and how that system works in the game.
Hold on a minute. Can I get a quilt, Bob, and a pillow, and a little lie down, and if I lie down, rest my head, and then John can start talking, and he can be like he's reading a lullaby to me.
Right. Because Bob, you and Tunnel are all into that equipment build stuff, and I can't.
Well, in Shadow, it was Tunnel, Shadow, and myself that kind of figured this whole system out. Yeah.
So why don't you launch into a review of how that system works and how it might be, because toward the end you were finding out that you could take legendary items and actually break them. Because of how you were doing stuff.
Yeah, you could end up wearing level 35 gear at level 2.
Thanks, Ghosts. Thanks, mate.
Be strong, Ron.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that.
You look like you're at a pub. What's behind you? What is it? British.
That's our video's just gone live today.
Oh, that was that one. Okay, yeah. That's Mom. That's Earth Sunny, Mom and
Sunny. Earth Mom and Shane Blade.
With the German
snacks.
Yes. I saw that.
I think Bob messed up the camera work a little bit because the resolution don't look right, but it's quite funny.
Yeah.
Shane's on form.
Shane Blade.
It's back.
It's good stuff.
It's back.
The stuff he comes up with is say.
You got any new stuff there, John? Got any new stuff?
Well, what did I grab? I grabbed.
So he's got stuff.
Oh, I got it. I'll be right back. I'll show you what I grabbed. I got it. It's over there. It's right over there.
Get it, John. So he's getting stuff. His John. So he's got good stuff. It's all right. It's just me and you. I'm here, alone, single, and ready to mingle. I'm young, attractive, physically able. I've got the skills. My pheromones are on fire. And
Time to fly.
What's that, John? What's that, John?
He's the fly from the old movie.
John. Where'd you get him from, John? Where'd you get him from,
He
John?
was on clearance for like $7, and
The fly, I like him. I like him.
so I had to get him.
I like him. Is he a John?
It's Amigo. Yeah, the Amigo.
Amigo.
Yeah.
I like him. I like him.
Yeah.
Has he got blue pants on?
Yeah, blue pants. He's got little socks. little black socks on. Buzz, buzz. I am the fly. Help me. Help me. Help me. It's got little Velcro.
Walmart marked all their Mego figures to $7.
Yeah, this was $7. Yeah.
Oh.
I already have the Creature from the Black Lagoon, but I would have got him.
I want
too.
that one.
Yeah, he was
There's a
$7.
Jar of Toys. Aren't Jar of Toys doing one of them as well?
Really cool. I like this guy a lot. I've been hoping they would mark him down because him and the Mole Man. I need the Mole Man.
Oh man.
Oh, Dracula.
Oh,
That's
Gotta
the
get the Christopher Lee.
yeah. That's the one that looks like Christopher Lee.
Yeah,
Oh.
for $7. I buy clearance stuff. So
Yeah.
everybody's like, "Oh, your collection has everything in it." That's because I buy peg warmers when they go clearance.
It's got the skills. It's got the skills.
That's right.
Here he is riding Kaneda's bike. Let's go.
We're tired of these special editions.
Fly.
We got sidetracked, Chris.
Fly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now we'll never know how to upgrade our gear, and we'll just have to let you do it, and then drop it on the ground, and we'll come get it like we do in Diablo.
Yeah.
No, one thing. So what we figured out was that you could take. So we realized that you could take if you had a legendary item. So a legendary item is an orange colored item in your inventory. It can be armor, it can be weapons, it can be jewelry like necklace, rings, whatever. And you could take that item and go to the occultist and take the orange magic power. So it might have a thing that would say 27% of the time when you're hit by a monster, you'll form a barrier that will absorb Boba Fart. You'll form a barrier 27% of the time that will absorb, say, 100 damage. And you could take that power off at the occultist and store it in your bag, let's say. And that item would get destroyed. And then you could go to find a yellow or a blue item. Now, blue items, they had blue text is what we mean. And they had a blue border. And the blue item was considered a magical item. And then there were yellow items, which were a step up, considered rare items that had yellow text and a yellow border. And they would have more stats on them. But you could take a blue or a yellow and put that power you took from the orange one and stick it on the item, and it would turn that item into a legendary orange with that power.
Mm-hmm.
So what we were trying to do was we were trying to get level 25, let's say, items that matched our player level that were yellow, and then we were going to take the orange aspects off lower level items that we found and put it on there and hopefully have a full set of level 25 gear. But what we found out is the aspect would change the level of the item to the level that you took the power off of. So if you took the power off of an orange item that was level 14 and put it onto a yellow item that was level 25, it would turn the 25 into a level 14. So therefore, what we ended up figuring out was White Shadow found an area where some of the creatures were dropping items that were level 27, level 30, level 35. And we figured this out right at the end on Monday when they were closing down the servers, basically. But we figured out that you could take those level 35 items with the highest stats. It was like plus 60 to intelligence, plus 70 to strength, and 30% resistance to all like magical powers and stuff, and you could take the orange power off of something that was like, say, level 5 and put it on the level 35 yellow, and all the stats would stay the same, but it would set the level to level 5. So therefore, you could, at level 5, wear an item that was giving you plus 50 intelligence and plus 70 strength and 30% resist to all the stuff. You know what I mean? At while you're leveling up your character, and you'd be like godlike. You know what I mean? So, and there's a couple videos online now of people, like 3 people took on the world boss and killed it because they had so much gear that was like level 35 gear that they had modified with the system that they were godlike. So they were killing the world boss, and people were like, if you could get just a little bit more power, you could solo the world boss. You could do it by yourself. You know what I mean? Because he was standing in the poison and standing in the swipe when the monster swiped, and it was doing 0 damage to him because his defense was so high. You know what I mean? So he's like, you could get, if I did more damage to the monster, I wouldn't need these other 2 people. You could probably do it solo, but it's just the limit. 35 seemed to be the highest item in the game during the beta. But it's like, if you could do it with like a level 50 or 60 item, then yeah, your level 25 could solo the boss. You know what I mean? The big boss. Yeah. So it was, but a lot of people think they're going to fix that before the next weekend. If they don't, everyone's going to be running around with these godlike, because we're all going to do it, and run around with godlike characters, for like the weekend, and so, but it does make for an interesting system in that you can take the power off one item and put it on another item. And the only thing I think they need to do is the level of the item needs to stay the same and not change with the level of the power you took off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. That'll be interesting to see what that does or doesn't do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
But I think they're going to fix a lot of stuff. They're going to change a lot of stuff between what we played and what the next weekend is. I think we're going to see some systems are going to be slightly different because I think they're going to realize that a couple things were broken,
Yeah. How much of the world was actually open in the beta, and how much of it have we not, like, what percentage of the game do you like?
They were saying this was only around 20% of the game.
Ah, okay.
There's 5 other areas that we couldn't go into.
Map is huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely massive.
Yeah. There was one whole section that I don't think we found until Sunday. So there was a little bit more to the game than what we saw on Friday and Saturday that we didn't even realize was open until Sunday. So, and yeah, so it was.
Because by then we were screwing around with other characters and doing stuff.
Yeah.
Overall, I think the game was great. I'm really looking forward to this week. I'm really looking forward to see what they do with the Necromancer.
Me too.
Which you and me will be playing. I hope maybe Tunnel will play a druid or something.
Yeah.
Chip.
Well, I do want to try both of them, since I know that you have time to mess with 2 characters, because I did the sorcerer and the rogue this time. So, and I had plenty of time to play with both. So I think that I will have plenty of time to play with Necromancer and Druid. Yeah. But I just feel like the Druid's only going to be half there, The
bonuses we got from all the other stuff will move to our Necromancers. Plus, if we team up, there's another bonus.
Yep.
On top of that, I mean, me and Dadpool were playing. We got that little bit of time we played on those secondary characters. We got them to level 16. And they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we've been playing for like an hour and a half, and we're already over halfway there."
Yeah.
You know.
The other thing is, don't forget when you play your necromancer, the immediately right from the beginning when you walk out of that cave that you start at, you have 2 points to put into your powers.
Yeah.
Because that carries over from our other characters. So, when I made my new character this weekend, I remembered that and I just opened it up and right away you got 2 powers. So instead of having 0 power at the beginning, you've got 2 powers right at the beginning you can use.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be that. It definitely helps.
Yeah.
But well, John, what do you got coming up this week? In the a day and a half left before Friday.
I'm working on I might do. I think I just have to do the voiceover for a video I was working on. I was messing with it on Tuesday, and I think I got it all edited up finally this morning. But I just got to do the voiceover for it. It's comparing the 1995 Boba Fett and the variations in that Boba Fett figure from 1995. So it's another one of the variant videos that I've been doing, and some of them have been quite popular. The Luke Skywalker from the 90s is like 600 or 700 views.
Nice.
So I mean they're going up pretty good in a steady rate. So people seem to like the variant video, so I'm going to keep going with them. And then when I get some time, I want to do a number of the Kenner vintage ones and get into those. I think I'll do the big ones like Blue Snaggletooth, the Snap Cape Luke Jedi, the some of the bigger variants the small head, big head Han, the brown hair, yellow hair Luke, the ones that are really noticeable from a distance, and you can, I'll start with those and then, just do the bigger smiling Lando, the non-smiling, that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, Ram, I saw you dropped a video today. British people eating German food.
Yeah, that's what's behind him. Yeah.
Poor old Sonny's had to wait ages for that video. He sent that box way before.
Oh, did he send it before he left?
Yeah. Ages ago, and I took some time off, and I've just been so slack. So I'm just trying to now slowly come back into it and catch up on the things that I've missed. So I did Sonny's. I've got a whole stack of Ghost videos coming out next week because Ghost sent me a huge box before Christmas, and honestly, there's so much to mine from that. It's incredible. So look out for those next week. And we're going to start doing some Lego again. So I've got a few boxes of Lego to build. So hopefully people will show up and we can hang out, and looking forward to getting that back on the road. So
Lego studs.
Lego's waiting.
Yeah, look at them all. Yeah.
Mikey messaged me because he wants to come back as well, which is cool. So it's in Mikey in ages because he took a break. He's been doing some kind of like family, like he's been like looking into the history of his family and writing a book or something. So interesting to hear what he's been up to. So
yeah,
I know Shanties have been on Instagram and Twitter ready to come back.
Yeah. So yeah. And they're gearing up for celebrations
this Sunday.
This Sunday, you called me out. I'm so not used. I'm so off, like out of practice. I put the wrong date in StreamYard, didn't I? But it is this Sunday, and our clocks. You're already in summertime, I think. And our clocks go back an hour, so I think we catch back up to you
on that
Sunday,
day. Yeah,
and it's back to the 5 hours difference, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it's Easter holiday, isn't it? And we've got a Star Wars celebration. So, Slacious's new baby carrier comes tomorrow, so we'll be trying that out. And I'm there for 5 days, so I'm gonna try and do lots of little videos and
You gotta look for that Star Wars comic for us.
For sure. Yeah.
Anyway, me and John will be in Nashville.
Cool.
ICCC. Why do they call it? Why don't they call it Nashville Comic Con or something? What's
I don't know. Yeah.
Love to go to Nashville. The music there, man, is just so cool.
I tried to move my trip back a day because I'm going to meet a person I follow, Awkward Ashley. She does movie.
Oh yeah.
I'm meeting up with her and her husband one of those days, and I tried to move my plane and my hotel back. They won't let me because it was sold as a deal. It's like, but I'm going to pay more money.
Yeah.
And Southwest was like, yeah, it'll cost $75. I'm like, that'll be sweet. And the hotel was like, you can't change the hotel. Can't I just buy an extra day then?
Yeah.
Sure, for $400 a night.
What?
Wow.
No, never mind. So, because I thought about it and I was like, I haven't been in Nashville in ages. I want to go a little sightseeing.
Yeah.
On Thursday, I get in at like 1:00 in the afternoon, their time. And I don't know what Ashley's up to. I know she streams on Twitch at around that time or so. So I got to get with her.
Oh, are they in that area?
Oh, yeah. She lives in that city.
Yeah.
She lives in Nashville. So
I'd like to go to Nashville. It
looks like dinner or maybe go. She was talking. I think she was high. She was talking about or she likes White Claws. She was talking about maybe going to a bar and hitting up a karaoke or something. I'm like, okay. But I'm
not going to sing.
I'll sing. I'll get up there.
Yeah.
Those people, they're in Nashville. I don't see any of those people ever again. I haven't done karaoke in about 6-7 years.
We should do online karaoke or something. I love karaoke.
Well, as you guys know, I'm not a singer. I'm not one to get out there and sing.
What?
It's not the thing that bothers me. It's people looking at me and judging because of my size and stuff. That's what always is my problem.
No, if they had the never-ending story, I'd be right up there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'd be afraid of those high notes.
The whole place would be singing along by the end.
I can sing, but only in the key of crap.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I can't do the tones.
Sweet Home Chicago, Johnny Be Good.
To be fair, the never-ending story is quite a hard one to get the key right on. That's not an easy one, John.
Yeah.
Paradise, I do that.
When I was younger, I could do the Axl Rose. I could sing like Guns N' Roses, but people were amazed I could change my voice like that. But I can't do it anymore. My voice got ruined.
Axl Rose can't do it anymore.
So. No, that's right. Yeah, he can't even do it anymore. That's right.
Like somebody's old lesbian aunt now. I'm not sure what he did to his face and stuff. I guess the same stuff Mickey Rourke did to his face.
Oh, really?
But he looks horrible.
Oh, no.
But, So the other thing, I've got a video dropping tomorrow, which is some WandaVision and Book of Boba Fett cards.
Oh,
wow.
So I'll be reopening on those. Then I dropped that Game of Thrones autograph thing today. I have some Trek autographs.
Wow.
To go through that I've gotten recently. And then, what are these? Oh, the Orville.
Wow.
Out of the Orville. And some Doctor Who and James Bond. So, got a lot of stuff.
It's cool, good stuff.
So those will all be coming out. I want to do a video for the Dr. Teeth figures. I've got another set of Simpsons Treehouse of Horror from Super 7. What else have I got going on? As I'm cleaning, I'm trying to figure out if I have other videos in stuff. So,
well, it definitely looks like you've been going through some stuff. The background is...
Yeah, it looks different.
Yeah.
I did find this bag.
Oh, wow. Look at that. The Palace Guard from Black Star. And Black Star himself. Little demon guy. Cool. Yeah.
Got a little demon dude. Couple demon dudes.
That's cool.
Got a...
Yeah, one of the Trobbits.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's where those went. There's been a lot of that.
Yeah.
And I've decided I'm moving all my I'd say 80% of my collection from boxes into these clearish containers.
Yeah.
So that I can see what's in them without having to reopen the boxes all the time.
And sort through it all. Yeah.
So I can look through, I can turn around and say, okay, that's all pop sodas. So I know that box, that's got Ghostbusters, new Ghostbusters in it. There's more pop sodas. There's Star Wars figures, Super 7, Super 7, Super 7, Star Wars. And it's just so much easier.
Yeah.
I don't know why I haven't been doing this the whole time, but mostly because boxes are cheap. You know.
Yeah, those see-through tubs cost money.
Yeah, they're $10-11 a piece for the bigger one. But Dragon Buddy has a good point.
Mama Fratelli from the Goonies.
He does kind of. It's very scary.
Throw Mama from the Train too, right? Wasn't she on that one?
Great movie, and Scrooged.
Yeah.
She was such a cool person, and it's sad that sometimes people don't make it until later in life.
Yeah. Well, didn't she pass away shortly after hitting success? Like it was.
Yeah.
I feel like it wasn't that
far. Throw Mama from the Train, I believe.
Yeah, it wasn't that far after that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember even as a kid, we were all upset about that because we really we thought she was great in all those movies. And we were like, oh, no.
So there you go. There's Axel.
Yeah, you would never, if you just saw him on the street, you'd never know that was Axel.
No, it doesn't look him.
Doesn't look anything like him. I mean, it's nuts.
Omega.
So that's what happened to him. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out. And
yeah, sorry I was late. I was eating lunch and I found some show I was watching about Roswell aliens. And I fell asleep sitting right here. And I was like, oh, I woke up all, and I look at my phone and I'm like, oh, it's a message from. Oh crap! What time is it?
That's all right. We understand. It's the future where you are.
Yeah, and I'm old, so I fall asleep watching TV.
Happens to everybody. But Rum, thank you for coming. It's great to have you back.
Oh, it's good to see
it was fun to play with you guys the other day. Hopefully Friday, me and John will be on.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be home because it's late. So
yeah.
Does it start at noon again?
Yeah, noon.
My time, 2 your time?
No, it starts at 9 a.m. Pacific.
Oh, okay, so 10 my time. Sweet.
So I think it's noon my time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. So 10 a.m. I'll be on Twitching. So make sure you go leave a comment or something. I need to get comments and viewers because the last couple of videos had 0. So even if it's running in the background, it helps me out.
Yeah. Can you get Twitch on the computer now? Do we have it on the computer?
Yeah.
Twitch? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twitch is a thing on the computer.
Okay.
In fact, I'm running my own stream in the background.
Okay. Because I didn't know we could Let me see if I can find you here, Chris.
It's pinned
Oh,
at the
there
top.
it is. Oh, as soon as I opened up Twitch, there's some girl, the shower stream.
There you go.
See you later.
What's going on here?
See you later.
And that's why I can't get any damn viewers. Shower girls.
Shower.
There you are. Oh, there's us. Look, there we are.
There we are.
Yeah, look at that.
3 peas in a pot.
Chat rules. Have fun. Be good to each other. No trolls. Okay. There we go. I chatted in your thing.
First time chat. Yay. See if, I wonder if I can make you a mod.
Who's Victoria over here? Let me see this one. Whoa, she's in a hot tub. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay, you are now a mod. Not that gives you that many huge powers or anything, but
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
All right, Bob is off to watch.
girls.
Bob is off to watch hot tubs.
Yeah, the whole recommended thing on the side is like girls in bathing suits play video games, girls in the hot tub, this girl's in the shower. Like where all these like well, here's
your
girl
your
in bikini
normal
playing
stuff.
Counter-Strike. Girl in bikini playing Call of Duty. Girl like,
turn shield mode on. I'm gonna figure out how to turn that off.
they got all the views. That's what it is.
Oh man, I don't know how to turn. I don't even know how this stupid thing works.
What?
There it goes. Oh, I accidentally hit a wrong button
Oh.
on Twitch, and so I accidentally turned a shield thing on that but
Gotcha.
hey, cool dudes. So I'll catch you all later.
And here's Chris Perillo's. There's Chris Perillo's.
Jack Perillo's on.
Yeah, he's not in a bathing suit.
Idea of the whole YouTube 24-hour thing.
Yeah,
I went back to Twitch.
yeah, he's not in a bathing suit or in a hot tub.
Yeah,
Banned.
He's the only recommended channel that isn't.
Rick, I'm one of your Twitchers. I follow you.
I have 3 Twitchers.
And
Twitch is for girls.
I follow John. I already follow Salacious.
Yeah, I
He
reckon
follows me.
I reckon I've got a couple of.
I think I did do Salacious Rum. Yeah.
I've got 223 followers.
Nice.
I don't put anything on there apart from the Lego.
Well, you should you should stream your Diablo.
Yeah.
Because you can stream real easy from PlayStation.
But you can't stream to both, right? At the same time on
No,
PlayStation?
I don't think you can do both at the same time.
Yeah.
I'll do both.
So, and I get more views over here, but I'm trying to build Twitch a little bit. So, if anybody wants to join, it's at the top, pinned at the top of this thing. But
There's Left Coast. I'm following Left Coast now too.
There you go. Gaining viewers for everybody.
Yeah.
Go over and join all 3 of us and Rick, and give us all a follow. We might not put stuff on there, but they don't remove you for not following, for not putting stuff on. So, every once in a while you can throw some content on, and it'll make Twitch happy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's but he's not in a shower. I'm gonna have to go back. That is not what popped up when I went to Twitch this morning. When I went to Twitch this morning, it was people playing video games and a couple other little things. I wonder what you've been looking at. Things you need to watch. Girls in showers.
Yeah, I've never been on. I only watch Chris Perillo on Twitch, and I don't know why it would recommend all those other. I'm just assuming that most of them were video game related, so they must have been like, well, he must like watching video games. Why not give him the hot girls playing video games?
I reckon he's got secret access to Chris Perillo's hot tub videos.
That's what happened. Yeah,
members only.
There is a group called Girls Play Games, and they're hilarious. And there's like 7 or 8 of them that and they're a blast. I can't type and talk at the same time. I have a hard time with that.
All right. Goodbye, everyone. I've got to go now.
All right. Well, we're all getting off. Thank you guys
Bye-bye.
again. We're together. If nothing else, we'll be together Friday playing Diablo 4. Make sure you guys turn on Kat's notifications. She's going to go live sometime later today, and we don't want to miss that one since I missed.
Oh, is she doing? Is she doing a thing again?
She said she was going to get on, but she was going to a doctor's appointment and then coming back.
Kat,
So
I'll be in bed naked again, Kat.
That's true. Well, I wonder if she set up a stream. If she set up a stream, just turn it on and it'll run for her.
Yeah.
Everybody go over to Cat's channel and check that out. Until next time, catch you guys on the flip side.